Wrestling is not a love story. It's a fairy tale for masochists. It's a comedy for people who criticize punchlines. It's a fantasy most can't understand, and it's a spectacle no one can deny. Lines are blurred. Heroes are villains. Budgets are cut. Business is business. But it can also be a land where dead men walk, where honor makes you elite, where demons run for office and rock bottom is a reason to rejoice. It's an escape. It's a reason to point the blame at anyone but yourself for 2 to 3 hours. It's an excuse to be a kid again, and nothing matters except the moment we are in. Wrestling is not a love story, it's much more. It's hope. And in a world surrounded in hate, greed, and violence, a world where closure may never come, we all know a place that has hot and cold hope on tap. For better or for worse.
Hey, guess what? We're on the air now.
What?
Welcome to Talking Shit. And I'm Mark. And of course, this over here is, Brian.
Whatever. I don't see us on the screen, though. Are we not going to be on the screen?
You don't see us on the screen. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Do you see us on the screen? Are we on the show? This is the show?
Oh.
It's weird, dude. I literally don't see us on the screen. All I see in the middle is our logo and stuff going by. It's fucking crazy.
I see your ugly ass on the screen.
I don't see you on the screen. That's crazy. Hey, so welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. As you may have guessed, we are doing something a little bit different, a little bit special tonight. We are doing some Wrestlemania picks, but we're not going to do these picks alone. Is that right, Mark?
No, we're not. First off, I'm going to bring in somebody that I've been wanting to get on here for quite some time, and that's Brett Man from Good Real Hunting.
Me.
Yes,
I don't see you on the screen. This is.
I can see you both.
You can see us both.
Yeah, I can see you both, and I think this.
Okay, now I see you.
They can see you all too. So.
Okay, so maybe it's just my computer. I don't.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to you. Whatever.
It's all my fault.
Next,
it's all my fault.
Next, I'm going to bring in somebody who has been on our show quite a bit. He thinks he's funny, but
he thinks.
Yeah. Okay, but we know. He's going by a different name today, but we know him as Bryce Tucker. He's going to be known as Bryce Lesnar. And
hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why? Let's find out why Bryce has decided to call himself Bryce Lesnar. Go ahead, Bryce.
Yeah, Brian texted me earlier saying that he had all the good picks tonight. And I told him, I said, The Undertaker was once undefeated too until he ran into Bryce Lesnar.
Ooh. And of course, our last one, he was a last minute choice. No, I'm joking, Glick. He calls himself the champ. We call him the chump. Here's Glick from Nonsensical Nonsense.
That's it. That's all the intro I get.
Yeah.
So you're just going to disrespect the champ like that?
I got this. Hold on. And hailing from somewhere in Ohio under a rock, the guy who calls himself the champ from Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast. You are now tuned in to the Glick Show. How was that? Was that?
I'll drink to that. That's good.
Hey, no. He's on our show, so we don't have to give him that big of a,
I love the guy. I love the guy. So
yeah.
When you get to know these guys, Mark, these guys have become a part of the Talking Shit family, and I mean, they are the ones that are helping Talking Shit get to where we are today. So, guys, I want to thank you all the entire panel today for making us what we are today. And we're going to continue to grow, and we hope that you will help us do that and still be a part of this whatever we got going on here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, first off, I'm sorry about how I'm going to start this off, but fuck you, Jeff.
I agree. Fuck you, Jeff.
Holy shit, we got like a lot of comments in here.
Everybody calm down. We're going to get to watch. We're going to get to ask you all your picks as well.
Yes, we'd like to, every time we put one up, we'd like to know your pick on who you pick. You never know. If we like you enough, we might actually send you a sticker. No, I'm joking.
Mark's got all the stickers.
I shouldn't have all the stickers. You should still have some.
I was kidding. You don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mark, how did you want to start this off? This is
okay. This
show
is
that we did last year, and
yes,
I think I hosted it. So
no, we both hosted it, jackass. I spent all day today, doing some stuff, and I'm going to put them up as the card that you sent me the other day, the 2 cards on how that they go. That's how I'm going to do it. Like our first match will be, it'll be Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch.
All right, boys. Who do you want to start with there, Mark?
We're going to go with the one that has not been on our show yet, and that's
Brett.
All right. So let's see here. This one I felt like was a little tough at first, but I think as the weeks were leading up to it, I kind of have this idea of what I believe what they're going to do with this particular feud. In order to get this feud really going, I'm actually going to pick Becky Lynch as the new women's world champion because I think that Becky will win this at Mania, but I think Rhea Ripley's going to win the feud later on and win the belt back. But I feel like Rhea's, that's what she's been missing in her title feud is or just in her title reign. It's just a really good feud, and I think Becky's finally the one to do it. And if you want to treat this seriously, Becky has to win at the grandest stage of them all.
So you think that Rhea is going to be the chaser?
Yeah, I think it would do her some good. Just lose the belt, see how she does after she loses the belt. And plus, Rhea's the future. And as they say, mommy's always on top, but not at WrestleMania this year.
Okay.
Now, does she win? Let me ask you. You got to answer this question, too. Does she win clean, or is there help?
Oh, no. Definitely Becky's going to win clean just because Dominic is going to be tied up with Family Matters in a tag team match. So I don't think No Judgment Day is going to get involved.
Okay.
No.
Mark's frozen.
Right. All right, champ.
I'm gonna have to go with Lynch as well. There's been a lot going on with Judgment Day. I think we're on the verge of seeing the Judgment Day breakup, and Mommy's kind of the that pillar that's keeping them together, and that's going to be that final nail in that. And I'll kind of get into that later with one of the other matches. That's going to be kind of that final nail that causes all the problems with Judgment Day, and they start to fall apart. So I'm going Lynch.
Okay, is that a clean win, or is there some interference? We'll talk.
I think if anybody from Judgment Day interferes, it'll be JD because he's the only one that seems to be free both nights. Yeah. But the man will handle him cleanly. Again, fuck you, Jeff. But yeah, I think JD will try to interfere. But Becky's she's the man for a reason, and she's gonna put him in his place and get that dub.
Big time Bex.
Yeah.
All right, Bryce.
I'm going the complete other way. I'm going with Rhea to stay on top at WrestleMania. The reason why I say that, there's 2 reasons. One, I don't know what WWE's new obsession is with long title reigns, but apparently, I don't know. But let me ask you, okay, before I go any further, do you guys like that or not? The new long title reigns that they got going now?
They get boring.
It's hard to put your talent over. Put your talent over.
Yeah, I don't care for the part-time champions that are never around either.
No, that
Yeah.
Yeah, part-time should never win the title, but for me, I think
Absolutely.
that a long title reign works, but it all depends on how you book them. Like Gunther, I love that title reign, but like Rhea, I don't, because her booking was not good to make her title reign good.
Right. I believe. Okay, so I'm going to go with Rhea here. I think Rhea will win here. I think they will continue a rivalry. I can see this being very much Becky playing a Sami Zayn type role. You know, a fighter that she goes in there and she gives her best shot. Gets that close, but she's not ultimately able to pull it off. I can see something like that. I can see Becky winning the title in the future. I think Rhea will win this time around. But I again, I can see her losing the title to Becky. Now, at the same time, I'm also biased too, because I'll be honest with you guys, me personally, I haven't been able to get behind Becky with this whole feud and everything. I just can't get behind the angle and everything. And which she's not the only one. I mean, there's a few others that I'll go over later in the card too. But I think Rhea's got it. I'm gonna go with Rhea here.
Brian.
Yeah, man. I am actually on this. Bryce, real quick. Clean win. You said.
Yeah, she's gonna win clean. It's gonna be a Sami Zayn type fight. She's gonna give her best shot, and she's gonna be that close. But I think ultimately Rhea gets the W.
I am actually on board with you as well. Here's the thing. I don't think Becky has to win this match.
No, she's already established.
She's already there. Rhea has top.
It's going to be Becky chasing Rhea.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's going to happen. I think what you're going to see next, guys, is quite honestly, Rhea's going to tell Becky, look, you had your shot. Here comes someone else. And I don't know who that someone else is going to be, but I think it's an up and comer, and we're going to talk about that later. Who we think that is. Okay.
Now I could see this actually happening.
I do call Rhea for the win, and I'm going to say it's not going to be a clean win, boys. I think that you're going to see Dom come to the ring, because remember, he just got knocked out by Becky Lynch. So this is what I'm calling. I'm calling Rhea dirty.
All right, my turn. Unfortunately, I actually agree with fucking Brian. I think Rhea's going to win. I think the chase is going to be Rhea going forward and Becky going to chase that title, and because Becky's had all these types of challengers already, this past 2 months, instead of being having her whole mind towards the title. I think her mind will be different. I also believe that it's not going to be a clean win by Rhea. I think there's going to be maybe 1 or 2 interference, one by Judgment Day, the other one, I believe that Liv Morgan's going to interfere, because she's showing a lot. She doesn't have there's nothing at stake for her except to stick it to both of these women. So we'll see. All right.
Before we go any further, what's the definition of a dirty win? Are we talking about just
interference or weapon? Interference,
it's whatever you want it to be, really.
A DQ kind of something where it's just not a clean win. Which, I mean, come on, it's Rhea Ripley,
distraction or something like that.
A distraction.
Right. Well, that's where Liv Morgan's going to. It's going to be a distraction, and Becky's going to say, "What are you doing here? Why are you out here? Why And she's probably going to be out there to maybe even to take away from Judgment Day. I'm just saying that's what I think. All right,
we got some bold predictions out there, boys. So hold on to your pants.
Right. The next one is going to be the interesting one, because I don't see any one of us having probably the same one. And Brian, if I'll come over there right now and run your ass over with my truck.
You already know what I'm going to say.
All right, this is the tag team titles are up for grabs in the ladder match.
Let me go first. Let me go first on this one.
Okay, go ahead. We'll let you go first.
Hear me out, y'all.
Tell us who the winner, or before you do anything else, tell us who the winner will be.
Okay, there's going to be 2 winners.
Oh,
not only listen, this is not only how they get the title off of Damian Finn without hurting Damian, but this is also how they get those titles away from each other.
Brian, did you send him that TikTok?
No.
No, I'm telling you it. No, because look, they have not. Okay, for instance, Roman Reigns, right? He held 2 titles. Eventually, they made it into 1 title. They still have not done that with the Raw and SmackDown titles. So
but they haven't said anything about actually.
Actually, that's not the case. On an episode of Raw, Michael Cole did explain that both titles have to be taken off. So that means that a SmackDown team. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So that we are going to get separate tag team champs.
But I mean, he could still, Okay, go ahead.
If it's a situation, say like there's 2 teams battling on top, and one team comes down with a set of titles and the other team comes down with another set of titles, I feel like it could be something like that where it could be, okay, well, this might be an opportunity for us to split them back up. Now, I'm not saying it's in the plans to split them back up. I personally feel like they need to split them back up. There needs to be a tag team on tag team champions on SmackDown. There needs to be on Raw, and not just the whole back and forth, show to show type of thing. I think. I'm looking at it right now. I'm gonna say I can see Miz and R-Truth winning the Raw. Isn't Miz and R-Truth on Raw?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see them winning the Raw tag titles. I'm gonna go. Man, it's tough.
So you got Miz and Truth, right? For 1.
Miz and Truth for 1. I'm gonna go on a limb here. I'm gonna say this is gonna be a little out of left field. I can see New Catch Republic winning the SmackDown tag team titles.
Okay.
And the only reason, but I think the main thing, I think the biggest thing that we can all agree on, I think this match was made so that Damian and Finn could lose those titles without hurting Damian in any way, shape, or form. If they lose the titles, I mean, that's not going to hurt him at all. That's not going to hurt his push. It's not going to hurt his momentum.
Okay.
There's 12 people in the match.
All right. Yeah. Now, let's say that doesn't happen.
Right.
You have to pick 1.
No. He's made his pick. That's it.
Okay, that's his pick. Okay,
that's his pick. You get a pick.
That pick only
it'll be
happens.
Miz and R-Truth. If it's only 1, it'll be Miz and R-Truth.
Okay.
But I feel like this. I'm not saying they're going to unify them, but I feel like if they were, this is the perfect opportunity to do so.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
Right. Where are we going to next? Let's go to Brett. Let's go to Brett on this one.
It's kind of like I said that the Raw announce team did say that both of the titles have to be taken down in order for the match to be completed. So kind of like what Bryce has been saying, this is the ultimate time. Like, this is your moment to split up the Raw and SmackDown tag team titles. Plus, they need to have been doing this for a very long time. So if I'm going to guess 2 teams, that the Raw tag team titles, which I'm actually going to call them right now the World Tag Team titles. I bet you they'll rename them. That's going to go to the awesome truth of the Miz and R-Truth. I think the Miz or the R-Truth finally conquers his fear of ladders and he will grab the titles. I think he'll be the one to do and get his WrestleMania moment because, man, I felt bad for him when he went to Austria instead of Australia, man. Like, I feel bad for him. So he needs to win.
We both know.
Oh, I know.
That was funny.
It was the greatest thing.
What he say? What he said that one time? He was scared of ladders. He had arachnophobia.
Yeah, arachnophobia.
Yeah.
Oh man, I also remember the one time he challenged the Advocate Paul Heyman. But regardless, though, I think.
Come on, the Royal Rumble. Look, he went into the.
He became he entered number 5 or something like that. The Women's Royal Rumble.
What did he say? He got out there, and he was, "Where the men at?
Where's the men at?"
When that was so funny when we were there. When he came out, that stadium, man, you could just hear the laughter. People thought it was just
that was a pop, boy.
It was a great pop.
Yeah.
And imagine 70,000 people doing it in Philly. So
yeah, it's funny because anywhere else that would have had any other wrestler could have did that and people would have been like, what's going on? But when R-Truth does something like that, you already know. Like, oh yeah, he's back R-Truthing again.
No, exactly. And for the SmackDown titles, which I'm just going to call them the WWE Tag Team Champions because that's apparently what SmackDown is doing. I'm actually, we had the discussion the last pick with Rhea and Becky to have a chasing team. I think that's going to be Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. They're going to be the chasing team. So I'm actually going to go with a wild pick. I'm going to go with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller winning the SmackDown Tag Team titles because I could just see them being a good heel tag team that with a roster on SmackDown full of face tag teams.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that one. Who's up? Oh, the champ. The champ's up.
Well, again, I much like Bryce said and Brett, I felt like that this was going to be the time where they finally split the championships up. It's been a nice reign of having the unified tag or whatever, but I got to go with my guys, man. Awesome Truth. They're fan favorites.
Really?
Everybody loves our Truth. He every show that he's at, he gets a loud pop. You never know what's going to happen. Again, this is his WrestleMania moment. He's finally going to climb that ladder and do something big. Him and Truth him and Miz have a history together as it is. They're a fun tag team to watch, and I think they're going to take it. But like Brett said, I thought I was picking the wild card here because SmackDown. I'm going A-Town and Waller all day long. I love those guys. I know you're not supposed to like them, but man, they are great bad guys, and they are great together. So. I think that's like I said, the hammer's coming down on Judgment Day. There's a lot of things going on there, and losing titles is going to be that final nail in the coffin where there's going to be the infeuding and everything else. And I got to agree, Damien's not going to lose his push. He's going to keep moving right along.
Especially what he said on Raw too about like it's going to be an individual WrestleMania. And that is kind of like raising an eyebrow, which I might save for later.
Guys, I got to go back. I got to go back real quick before we move forward. Bryce, we talked about Ms. Truth and then CK Republic. Let me ask you, was that clean, dirty? How are we thinking this is going to...
This one will not be...
You don't think that there's any... You don't think that there's anything coming?
No,
this is going to be such a wild match, and it's going to be.
They don't need anything.
Okay, boys. Okay, everybody, calm down. Too much coffee.
I mean, quite honestly, anytime you see a ladder match, especially with tag teams, I think that it was. They never have that.
I can personally so if I would book it, the way I would book it, have the two teams up fighting for the titles. Have one team come down with one. Have one team come down with the other, and. Because I mean, if like a team goes up and let's just say Awesome Truth, let's say they get to the top of the ladder and they pull down the Raw titles, then it's like okay, but the SmackDown titles are still up there, and then it becomes like okay, now you know what it is. I feel like it would be more of a surprise for people if there was that doubt, like what are we going to do now? What are we going to do now? And then someone comes out or later on and says, okay, we'll just split the titles. I feel like I feel like it's going to be a situation where it's going to have. I don't know any other situation where it's not, two teams fighting and maybe one coming down with one coming down with the other.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how they'll do it, but I don't think it'll be dirty.
The only way that you could keep them together is like say one team is on the ladder at the same time. One guy grabs the Raw, and the other guy grabs the SmackDown, and that's the only way to keep them together. But
because it's not 4 belts. It's not all 4 belts have to come down at the same time, right? It's one and one, correct? Is that right?
Yeah. But both titles have to come down.
Correct.
Yeah, and another thing too, like I said, it is the fact that both are up there, not just one set. Both sets are up there. There's 4 titles up there, so then you really. There's just so much pointing to the fact of like the superstition of like, they're going to break them up now. Like these titles are going to be on different brands again.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think it's going to be a shocker too. Cause again, like that's what the announce team said that both of them have to come down. If they didn't say that, then that would have been a great shock value. So I was actually quite disappointed the announce team actually saying that. So like that kind of ruins the surprise.
Plus, with this being a ladder match, it's basically an anything goes as it is. So
exactly.
You don't need interference, and you got 12 guys here. This is going to be a wild match. There's going to be action and happen everywhere. Don't take away from what these 12 guys are going to do by throwing a Dom into the mix, or Sheamus or something like that, or a Big E return. Hey, don't blemish a Big E return by taking away from how great this match could be, or take away from his return or something like that. Just let the guys do their thing, and take the belts and separate them, and let's get it back to normalcy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well, Brian,
why don't you go ahead, Mark? I'm gonna let you go first, because I'm gonna shock the world.
I had to add something to it, because I actually do believe they have been wanting to split the titles up for a while. But my first pick is DIY.
Woo!
Okay. Regeneration X.
Yeah. Regeneration X.
And of course, you sorry SOBs, you guys picked my second one, and that's Waller and his wannabe tag team partner. I like Waller. I like Waller. I like Waller. I think he's awesome. He was awesome when I watched him at NXT, when he stole a shirt from a girl and didn't want to give it up, and that's when what the hell's her name? Hell, I can't remember her name right now. Came out and beat him up and gave the girl back her shirt and stuff, and it was fucking awesome. But Waller I think he's going to be somebody to reckon in the future. I think he's going to be awesome. Mm-hmm. I don't like Theory, but I think putting the titles on them would be great, and it goes along with heel versus good. The opposite of what they do, so it would be perfect. I was not. All the rest of them. I understand that the Miz and R-Truth were. They're big right now, but I really just don't think that. I think they're going to chase it. Mm-hmm. The new catch Republican. I think that or Republic. I think that they're still too new. I don't think that they should have the titles on them. And Judgment Day. Well, we all seen that coming. To save face with to keep Damian Priest, where he didn't lose. We'll save up for my pick later.
All right, so you got DIY and then Theory and Waller.
Yep.
Theory needs to be thanking Waller every time he sees him, because Waller is keeping that man relevant right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on. It was funny watching him in Australia when, they beat up Theory, and Waller was like this, Yeah. And it was funny.
I think Mark cheated off of my script.
Fuck you.
I absolutely had DIY. And here's why I picked DIY. Triple H is a huge fan of one Ciampa, right? Mm-hmm. Is he not?
He's a big fan of both of them. He handpicked them himself to come in.
So I feel that they get the win. I'm not sure. I don't care what title they get. I'm just going to call it. They're taking one of those titles. And then I think by happenstance, what we were talking about earlier, it's a look up and there's still a set of belts left. And there's a whole lot of something going on outside the ring. Grayson Waller looks over at his partner, and they look up at the titles, and they both climb the ladder, and they both grab belts. So that's my pick, boys. I got Waller, and then I got DIY.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
You keep picking my picks, we won't win.
Shut up.
We got to have different picks.
You cheated off of me, bro. I didn't send you anything. Shut your mouth.
Fucker, I had this thing written out a week ago. The only one that I had to fix was, in case sure. I mean, I would pick DIY over any of these guys anyways to have the title. But that's
I love R-Truth, and I watch him on TikTok, and he does his battle rap stuff with himself. He's fantastic. But I don't think that they designed him to be any kind of champion. I'm sorry.
He's
Yeah,
a
but here's,
54
I was
time,
actually thinking about this. Has
54 time
R-Truth
24/7 champ, just so you know.
7-Eleven? But no, oh man, but I actually thought about this too. And this is again why I'm picking R-Truth to win. Has he ever won at WrestleMania? And I think it's finally time
I
he
don't
paid
know
his
the answer to
due.
that.
I don't think he has. He
I don't
lost
think
at
he has.
26. And stuff. And I just think it's finally time just to get him a win at WrestleMania. This is the best match to do it.
Was he was he in any WrestleManias during the Attitude Era? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
well, yes. He was the Road Dogg. He was with the Road Dogg for a little
Yeah, he was
while.
with the Road Dogg.
Right.
Did they win
Quick.
at WrestleMania?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, but he didn't wrestle though.
Uh-huh.
The only title that I believe that R-Truth has carried is the U.S. title. I don't think he's had any other title.
24/7 championship.
Oh, he's been tag team champion too. With
right.
Kofi
Yes,
Kingston.
you are correct. You are correct. But he hasn't held the Intercontinental. He hasn't held. Well, nobody's held the world title in like forever.
Oh my god! I'm already imagining R-Truth winning the Money in the Bank ladder match, so they could give him a quick world title win.
Do y'all think R-Truth should have won that title against Cena back in 2012? Whenever he was real hot, he was real hot.
See, that's hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in one hand, you say yes because he's not going to elevate it, but he can make it a different title reign than anybody else. But in the other hand, you're like, no, because he's not on that level.
And it was a B-level pay-per-view too, so I don't think they were going to make a big thing on B-level pay-per-view. Or in my opinion,
come on, they
C-level,
have.
C-level.
I mean, they have done it before, but yeah.
If there's one thing I'll never forget from that feud, it was that episode of Raw where he beat up John Cena and then asked the fan for a cigarette and blew the cigarette smoke in his face. I remember thinking to myself, like, are they going to allow this on TV? But the whole time, you could hear a woman in the background screaming the whole time, think of the children, think of the children.
Yeah, fuck the children.
Like, oh my God.
Boys, who was the tag champion with Truth? Who was that?
Kofi Kingston was 1 year.
Yes.
And then I think they also Truth actually won the titles with each other before.
I was going to say, I thought Miz and Truth won the title together at one point.
Wasn't
that was
Truth? Was it Truth and Morrison in the tag team one time?
No, Morrison and Miz were.
I know Morrison and Miz were.
The
old dirt sheet.
All right, boys, listen, we're getting out of line here. We need to get back on track. We are 33 minutes into this. We've only talked about 2 freaking matches.
Yeah,
Mark,
this one will be an easy one.
Oh, is it though?
Yes.
All right, who's up first?
Actually, I'm going to go first this time.
Okay, fine.
I'm picking Dominic and Santos.
Okay.
And I think that, I think it's going to be not clean. It's going to have a lot of interference by both factions. And I think that all said and done, Dom gets his victory over his father.
Mm-hmm.
How about the champ? Go ahead, champ.
I got to go with my guy, Ray, man. I think Dragon Lee is hot. I think this is going to be a part of a big push with him joining the LWO. And sorry, I don't think Dom will be anything more than a mid-carder, at least while Ray's still around. And never been a big fan of Santos, but I like Dragon Lee. I like what he's got. And I think this is going to be the beginning of a very big push for him. And it's going to come off of Ray.
Clean?
No, absolutely not. The LWO is definitely going to get involved. Santos's faction is going to get involved. Somebody's getting an apple spit in their face.
Yeah. There will be an apple.
$20 if there's an apple that comes out.
You're paying the $20 then.
No, it's out of your pocket, bud. Bryce, let's hear it, buddy.
I'm going to go with the heels here. I'm going to go with Dom and Santos on the one condition. Ray got the victory over his son last year. I think this is it. Now it's time for Dom to get it. And like Click was saying, you think like I can see Dom, like I'll never see Dom as a main eventer. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying he can't become that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, he's still got, he's still young. He's got some years to learn and to get in and figure it out. However, I think, obviously, the company is obviously going to try and make him a bigger star and try to push him out there. And with Ray getting the victory over him last year, this is key for his revenge. This is his revenge match. And but like you said, it'll be dirty. Both factions will be out there. It's going to be a brawl, but I think the heels will get over in this one. I think Dragon, like you were saying, Dragon Lee's got a hell of a push. I think he's going to continue to get his push. I can see not only that, I'll go even further. I'll even go as far as to say I see Dom pinning Ray in this match to win.
That's what I said.
Dom.
So the only thing I have to ask about that, because I know two of you guys have already picked Santos and Dom, and they're going to say that Dom's going to get his revenge. So they're going to continue this feud between Ray and Dom because you're going to tie them up. You got to have that rubber match.
Okay, well, this match was talked about as a singles match between Ray and Dominic, and it was going to be hair versus mask. But because Ray got hurt and is starting to just come back, they had to change it around to a tag match.
Mm-hmm.
Brett, you're up, buddy.
All right, I'll make this one a quick one. I'm just going to go with what most of everybody is saying is Escobar and Dirty Dom are going to win this match. Dirty Dom is going to pin Rey Mysterio, and some of my followers, the Real Hunters, I'll call my followers on the channel. They actually got ahead of me on this one. It was going to be my big secret for it. Carlito is going to spin apple in Rey Mysterio's face. Because Dragon Lee got picked over Carlito, and Carlito has been the one carrying LWO, so there's going to be some angst.
But in a way, they're recycling the same storyline.
Yeah, I know, but it's not perfect.
Right, Santos got pissed off because Carlito was picked over him.
But that will enhance their beliefs of Dominic and Escobar is saying, because he did it again, and then it keeps going as a trend.
I mean, yeah, I can agree with that.
WWE recycling a story? No,
that's
never.
Yeah, but normally
they
not
would
that
never
soon.
do that.
But normally not that soon in the same storyline, though. You never see it that often.
Cody Rhodes and The Rock Cody Rhodes and Roman. It's so fresh this year. It's like we've never seen that one before.
Yeah, never seen that one before. Oh,
all right, Brian.
All right, it's my turn. I am on the Dom and Santos page because Ray is trying to put Dominic over. So I don't know how much more time Ray is going to be in WWE.
Oh, what a dick.
I don't know how much more time he's got, but I don't know about the Carlito thing. I don't want to say that it's true. I think Carlito needs to kind of go out on a good foot, and I think this is Carlito's last year with WWE. He has not signed an extension on his contract, so
I'm going to out for half the year of his contract too.
Well, Carlito spinning the apple in Ray's face, you guys got to admit that's cool.
That is cool. I think too, Ray.
I think it is going to be a dirty match, though.
Ray and Ray too. Obviously Dragon Lee would be, it's a tag team match. Dragon Lee would get the momentum, but what would Ray need that for at this point?
Ray doesn't.
He don't need it. He does not need it, and I think. And like I say, Ray takes the pin. It doesn't hurt Dragon Lee. Also, it doesn't hurt his momentum.
Right,
Dragon Lee
not at all.
I think
that at one point in time they wanted to take Dominic off of TV altogether and bring him back under a mask. Do you know what his name would have been? No, his name would have been Prince Mysterio.
Ass.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yes, thank God they didn't go with that fucking.
Ray Mysterio
already didn't go with that.
New guy. Who is this new Mysterio guy?
Ray already owns the name to it. So I mean that was the biggest thing. Okay, now we're gonna get down to the fun part. All right. It's brother versus brother.
Ooh.
Yeet.
Yeet. Yeet.
No.
Yeet. Yeet. Yeet.
And Brian, we're starting off with you.
Oh man, here is something. This is going to kind of ruin.
You're a dick.
What? Me?
You're picking Jimmy.
No.
Wow.
I'm actually picking a no winner. No winner.
Ooh.
No winner, and the reason why. I feel like there is going to be too much interference from the bloodline on both sides of this. Bloodline comes in. I feel like this story with the Usos is going to bring these two brothers back together, along with a new introduction of family. And this is going to lead us into night 2. So I cannot call a winner on this one, boys. I'm going to say this is a
Draw.
disqualification. It's a draw match. It's a DQ. There is no winner in this. I wanted to call Jay as the winner on this, and I sat and I thought about it, and I said, if WWE has any fucking common sense whatsoever, if they have a good storyline for us for WrestleMania, this is what happens. So this is what I'm going with.
Do you really think that they're going to put Jay back in with the bloodline right now with him being so hot on Raw? No.
I'm not even saying that they're putting him back into the bloodline. I'm saying that Jimmy and more family start to go into another direction is what I'm going with.
Oh, so you think that Jimmy and other family members are going to make their own
it's not Solo.
No, Solo's going to stay with the wherever.
They still have like 47 brothers
and cousins
to choose from.
All right, Bryce.
I'm going to. Okay, so here's something funny. I know the whole history. Every 15 years, you have a brother versus brother match.
Yeah, there's only been 2 in the.
Okay, hear me out. WrestleMania 10, Owen versus Brett. Owen's the heel. Owen goes over. WrestleMania 25, Matt versus Jeff. Matt's the heel. Matt goes over. Not only is this is going to tradition is going to keep going. I got Jimmy Uso getting one over on Jay here. Because I'm going. Listen, I am. This is more of a biased pick. I'm going with history here. In history, all brother versus brothers at WrestleMania. The heel goes over, and the reason 9 times out of 10, the baby face is rolling a harder streak. Matt got jealous at Jeff. Owen got jealous at Brett. Jimmy got jealous with Jay, seeing what all Jay was doing, winning the tag titles without him with Cody. And so I feel like in that situation and just the way history is played out, I'm going to pick the heel here. I'm going to pick Jimmy to get one over. It's not going to be clean. It's going to be dirty, obviously. I don't think it's going to be a bunch of problems. I think it's going to be one Solo problem. And I think Solo is going to – I think that's going to be what it is. And, I got Jimmy going over here.
Let's go back real quick before we move forward. I want to answer this question. Will their father get involved in this match?
I don't think
yes.
He should have gotten involved in a segment.
What, smack both of them on their asses and say,
get along? That was going to be part of my pick.
Hold on.
I feel like
we're getting there.
I feel like he should have got involved.
If
that was the case.
Brett's going to go first.
Oh, no, that's okay. Like, some of my people I deal with at work do call me Brent, so that's not an issue. So you're good.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go easy. Yeet. I'm going with Jay. Solo is going to get involved, but what Chester said about Rikishi, that should have been a segment. That was the most disappointing thing in this feud is that Rikishi, they should have done a segment. Rikishi trying to calm him down. Jimmy attack Rikishi. And then even it gets more like a blood feud in this. So that's my most disappointing thing. So this is just going to be a regular match. Solo will try to get involved. Jay wins.
Okay, champ.
Oh, I can't believe I took time out of my life to come on this little podcast.
Oh, you're welcome, by the way.
Yeah, I just like how you can call me the chump, but I flexed a little bit of muscle and got my way and got on here tonight. So let's be honest, I guilt tripped you, but I got to go with my guy. Yeet. It's Jay all day. Solo is 100% going to get involved. The only difference is the first surprise of WrestleMania, Papa Rikishi's going to show up and stand in between Solo and Jimmy and Jay. And after the match, Rikishi's going to get involved again and basically tell the boys knock their stupid shit off and make it happen. And then they're going to, down the road, they'll start working on things, but down the road, not immediately, We're going to see the Usos back together. I think there's going to be. I know there's another brother in the Indies right now that he's getting a real big push.
Yeah,
I think we're going to see him very soon make his way up, and when he shows his face, there's going to be a feud between him and Solo, and eventually the four brothers will come together. But I think the first surprise of Mania this year is going to be an appearance by Rikishi.
Oh, champ, you got me so excited there because what would be awesome is Jay wins and Rikishi comes out, and Rikishi and Jay get the glasses on, and then they start dancing at WrestleMania.
All right, my pick, I pick Jimmy.
Oh,
Bloodline.
Yeah,
Hey, Bloodline will get involved. I don't think Rikishi will be involved in this one just yet. I think that's going to be down the road still. But I do believe that since they already signed him, that another brother will be involved, and it won't be Solo.
Fatu.
That's right.
Fatu, Batu, Patu, whatever.
He signed with them. He signed with them a little while ago. They just have not announced it. So it's going to be interesting to see on how they go about doing this.
So that's
as
a dirty.
The Rock showed it on the family tree. You know that signing was going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, even the brother that you were talking about, and from New Japan, the family from New Japan that just left. You've seen from Major League Wrestling, where the brother just left, and they're not signing with anybody but WWF. Or okay.
Yeah, say it. Do it.
WWE
That's what we remember. Right. By the way, back in the day, it used to be called the WWF. Not sure if you knew this or not.
I know the wildlife people got all upset.
Yes, they did.
Stupid pandas.
Yeah. I will say, boys, my son is a big wrestling fan, and he's making picks right along with us.
Yes,
in the background.
Yes.
Hey, tell him we'll put those in our consideration too. But if he wins, it does not count. He has
no. Well, listen.
No, he has to say he's a champion.
You send me.
Glick.
You send me his picks. If he wins on your behalf, you keep the title.
Yeah.
If not,
I don't want you to have to drop the title to me.
If not, you have to put what on your title.
So if Mark, or no. Actually, you know what? This is between Brian and I.
Yeah.
Yes.
If Brian beats me in picks, I do have the spare belt because I got a defective belt. So they sent me a second one for free. You guys can see that nice, beautiful thing. So on the backup belt, which is the one that I wear on the show more often than not, I'm going to put the sticker that was sent to me on that belt, and I will give you your rightful championship victory. But not on your shoulder.
I love it.
But not on your shoulder, though.
No, I'll just hold it up.
Gotta hold it up.
Yeah.
All right.
I love this.
However, yeah. However, that was my question. It's all risk, no reward for me.
We'll
figure out something before.
I got you. I'll figure something out. Yes, we'll come to a head.
He already calls himself.
You like beer?
I do like beer. You like beer too.
Yes. Is there a brewery close by to you?
There's a lot of breweries close by. I live in Ohio.
I got you. I'll take care of you.
I live in North Florida. We're a bunch of drunks like you guys. No, Cash already calls himself the Champ Junior. I don't know where he gets that ego from, but
yeah, we know where that comes from. All right, our next match.
Oh yeah, Damage Control.
And I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna go first this time and get that out of the way because quite honestly, it's an easy, down to earth match. It's no interference, nothing at all. It's gonna be Jade. It's gonna be Jade, Belair, and Naomi's match because I don't think that they're gonna give Jade a loss for her first match.
Mm-hmm.
Who gets the pin?
Jade gets the pin over. I think. I
don't care who. I just want to know which one of these women you think gets the pin.
Jade.
All right, nothing dirty. It's a clean match. You think?
It's a clean match. I do not think this is going to be a dirty match at all.
Is there any surprises coming in this match? Period.
No, I don't see no surprises. I think this is going to be an interesting match. Back and forth match, but I do not see it being a dirty. I don't see anything unless they have something up their sleeve. I don't see it being anything.
Guys, can I go next? Is it okay? Can I?
Fuck no.
All right, I agree with Mark that Jade gets the pin. However, this is where Bianca turns heel.
I don't see it being
happening. It is happening. Jade will need good competition, and I think that Jade versus Bianca is going to be an absolutely fantastic match.
I think that would be a great match. I think that should have happened this year, but but I don't see. No, I disagree with you on that one. But you're allowed your opinion.
Who's next?
Your opinion sucks.
Brett's
all
up.
right. I'll make this easy. Bianca Belair continues her undefeated streak at WrestleMania. It's not going to be wasted on this match. So it's going to be Naomi, Jade, and Bianca winning. Jade pins Dakota Kai.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Because Dakota Kai could take the pin and not the tag team champs.
Right. I think at WrestleMania, all the titles should be on the line.
Yeah.
And to answer the thing for Brian real quick, if anybody will go heel, I suspect Jade Cargill going heel and feuding with Bianca, because Bianca is like the female John Cena at this point. They're not going to turn her heel anytime soon.
I mean, Jade was a great heel in AEW. She was absolutely fantastic.
Imagine with Triple H, they could even make it better.
And quite honestly, if anybody's to turn heel, and I haven't seen it in a long time, and that would be Naomi. And so she's stuck with where she could be with the bloodline.
Yeah, all right, exactly. So Brett, you had Bianca with the pin, right?
No, Jade pins Dakota Kai.
Jade, okay. Click.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna kind of the consensus here, because obviously Jade's not gonna come into her first match and take an L. She's definitely gonna get the pin. However, I don't think Bianca's gonna go heel. I think if anybody goes heel here, it's gonna be Naomi. However, the caveat is Bianca and Jade are going after those tag team titles after Mania, and they're gonna take them with ease.
And then when they lose, that's when one turns on the other.
And this is a clean match. This is a clean match, right?
I think it's going to be a clean match, because if anybody watched AEW, Jade already had a heel run, and I don't think she was a very good heel. So I'm excited to see.
I don't think she's a very good wrestler.
I don't think she's a very good wrestler either, but she might get better in WWE. But I'm excited to see this face run with her, and I think teaming her.
So you got Naomi going. You got Naomi. The Queen of Glow.
Going heel.
Bruh.
And the only reason I say that, because nobody would expect it. I think to see a Bianca heel turn, not that surprising. At this, she's been face for a long time. Jade, she was a heel in AEW, but Naomi's been just a face forever, and that would be the most shocking thing.
Okay.
And especially if she went the Bloodline route. I think if Bloodline wants to stay fresh, they're going to have to eventually add a female to it, and why not Naomi? But yeah, I think at the end of the day, that sets up a feud between the Kabuki Warriors there, and Jade and Bianca take it easily from them and embarrass them.
What you got, Bryce?
Yeah, I'm going with everybody else here. I think Jade is going to get the pin. I can see a situation. Watch this match be a situation where it'll either be one or the other.
I thought he got his internet fixed.
Oh yeah, he's over at the McDonald's again. Come on, Bryce. Come on, Bryce.
Am I back?
We lost you. You're back. You're back.
Can y'all hear me?
You're back.
Your picks don't matter, Bryce.
Come on. Bring it. Bring it.
And that's the bottom line, because Glick said so.
Can y'all hear me? I can't hear y'all.
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, so y'all can hear me. I can't hear y'all. Okay. So even though I can't hear myself, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all my opinion real quick, and then I'll figure this out. But I got Jade going over. Jade, like I said earlier, Jade's gonna be in a situation where she'll probably be like on the ropes or outside the ring most of the match, or on the apron, whatever. I think it'll be a situation where someone gets beat down. They finally get the tag in on her. She goes in and she just destroys everybody and then takes the win. And I think that's how that's going to work. I think she's going to come in, plow through them, get the win. As far as anybody turning heel, I don't know which one will yet. I've been kind of, following that too. I don't think it'll happen at WrestleMania, though. If there is a heel turn, it'll probably be later down the road, whichever one it is, or if there even is one. But I don't think it'll happen at WrestleMania. And let me back out of here real quick and see if I can't figure this out while y'all go on with that.
All right. So, did he call a heel turn? I missed it.
No, heel
not
turn.
at Mania.
No heel turn. No turn.
I don't see all these matches having heel turns.
Yeah, I don't see a heel turn at Mania. I think it'll.
Listen,
be
I gotta get a win somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be a heel turn at Mania. It'll be down the road, not too far after Mania.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Let's do this. While he's working on that, let's take a 3 to 5 minute break. Let me introduce you guys to, if you have not heard it yet, the intro music for WrestleMania 40. Are you guys ready? Do you have anything to say before I let you go off the screen?
Go.
We're coming back. Guys, we're coming back.
Ready for the
guys to all
Play
get
it.
ready.
Play it.
Get ready to juice up your stuff here. Yeah.
Oh my God, Brian!
We
just
should
play
we
the
should have
goddamn
waited
music.
until after the first day.
No. I gotta pee. I know other people have to pee. I'm not the only person.
Okay, go. Come on. Damn.
All right, here we go, boys.
I saw a commercial that said American passport.
It's 5 a.m. my time again. I've soaken up the moon, can't see. It's 5 a.m. my time again. I'm calling and you know it's me. I'm pushing myself further. I'm just trying to feel my heartbeat beat. I wrap my hands around your neck. You love it when I always squeeze. It's 5 a.m. I'm high again, and you can see that I'm in pain. I've fallen into emptiness. I want you 'cause we're both insane. I'm staring into the abyss. I'm looking at myself again. I'm dozing off to REM. I'm trying not to lose my faith. I love it when you watch me sleep. You spin me around so I can breathe. It's only safe for you and me. I know you won't let me OD. And if I finally die in peace, just wrap my body in these sheets and pour out the gasoline. It don't mean much to me. It's 5 a.m. I'm nihilist. I know there's nothing after this. Obsessing over aftermath, apocalypse, and hopelessness. The only thing I understand is your sum of tenderness. Oh baby, please just hold me close, make me believe there's more to live. Around we go. In this game called life, we are nothing. And I love it when you watch me sing. You spin me around so I can breathe. It's only safe for you and me. I know you won't let me peace. Just wrap my body in these sheets and pour out the gasoline. It don't mean much to me.
I'm just trying to figure out how to end it.
Just end the whole thing. Next time, if you want a song, just tell me, and I can download it so we could just do it that way.
Oh, it's all good.
I actually learned how to do that shit finally.
Let's get everybody back on the stage. See, now it's not working the way we wanted it to. Oh, darn it.
Oh, I can change it, but
Okay.
but that's fine. You can see us now.
Yeah, I can hear y'all and everything now.
Perfect.
My brother called me, and I guess it must have muted the mic or something because I couldn't hear y'all, but I knew y'all could. Y'all was able to hear me and hear me.
Yeah, that's exactly what it does. So that's normal.
Okay, yeah, I figured that's what it was. But like I was saying earlier, yeah, I think Jade's going to be outside the match to the very end. She'll come in, destroy everybody, and that'll be that.
Okay.
All right, listen, my wife is not feeling great, so if we don't move this along, I'm going to leave a little bit sooner than I want to. But let's get on to the stuff here. What do we got, Mark? Sorry. Yes. Who's up? Who you want to put up there?
We're going to start with actually you.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Here's what I got. I got Sammy winning this match. And the reason Sammy wins is because he's been training super hard. I mean, we were all watching the little promo videos and everything. However, I don't think Damian Priest cashes in on a bigger champion other than Sami Zayn. So I'm going to call Sami Zayn for the win with a cash in.
Ooh.
That's why
I know. Listen, I got to think outside the box.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll let you think that then. All right, Brett.
All right. I'm going to go simple here. The new Intercontinental Champion is going to be Rocky Balboa.
Oh, okay.
Because that's pretty much what they did with Sami Zayn in his promo. It's easily Rocky 3. He goes, "I'm afraid." Man, but no, it's going to be Sami Zayn. Gunther's had a great title run. It's time to put Gunther in the main event.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Glick.
Oh, clean.
Oh, clean. Glick, your turn.
Glick, we can't hear you.
Sorry. I was talking to my son. Sammy's moment. He's the underdog. And sorry, I don't know why Gunther got the push that he's had. I don't know why he's had the title for as long as he had. He's terrible.
He lost a lot of weight, bud. That's why.
He's terrible. He's just a big dumb grunt that has 4 moves at best, and I'm over it. Move along. You're not Brock Lesnar. Move along.
Clean or dirty?
It'll be clean.
This match should have been Gunther and Brock Lesnar. Just remember that.
Yeah. Bryce?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go a little different here. So I agree with everything he just said. Gunther is definitely made up of about 4 moves. It's chops. He's got that power bomb. He's got that top rope. What do you call it? Splash, and the big boot every now and again. That's about it. But I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna say Gunther retains here. I don't see Sammy going over here. I think if they're gonna make Gunther, the superstar they want to make him, not saying they're going to, but if they want to, I feel like he's gonna have to lose his title to something more, more than that. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I like the whole thing of Sammy being the ultimate underdog, like you said, Rocky 3 type of mentality and feel to it. I don't see Sammy getting over here though. I think Gunther will get it. Although I will say I'm with everybody. I'm probably the number one guy who's tired of seeing Gunther as Intercontinental Champion. But I don't think he loses it here.
Do you know who?
Wait, did you fall down and bump your?
I think before we get to that, hold on. Myself, I think that Sammy wins, but it's going to be with a little bit of help from one person.
Yeah, we already know who that is.
Yeah, they say shoot.
Thank you.
That's my pick. I think that's how it's gonna. I really do. I think he's gonna, because he's got something with Gunther, and it's one of those things. So I think that might be possibility of a interference, and not totally an interference, but come out and be like, "Yo, I'm here," and he gets off his game, and that's where Sammy takes.
Get up, you son of a bitch!
There you go.
He's Mickey in this story.
What's
All right.
next?
We are down to the main event for day one. And this one, Glick, you get to go first.
All right. Well, we were kind of talking about this. Unfortunately for Cody and Seth, they are taking an L. It's going to be dirty as fuck because they're setting them up for the bloodline rules and stacking all the odds against Cody that they possibly can at night 2. And I have a prediction for night 2, and I'll get to that when we get to that match. But they are 100% stacking the odds against Cody, and Seth and Cody, unfortunately, are going to get a beatdown by the bloodline.
I think so. I agree.
And I hate to pick The Rock and I hate to pick Roman because I can't stand either one of them. I never liked The Rock back in the day. I thought he was trash. All he had was catchphrases and an elbow and a rock bottom. And Roman Reigns, the only thing he's been able to beat by himself has been leukemia.
Oh,
I'm fucking sick of him. He's not a headliner. He's not a main eventer. He's not the face of WWE. Yeah, he's goddamn
new
part-timer.
He's the longest reigning champion thus far, boys.
I beg to differ. I feel like I've held my title longer than he has.
All right.
So,
Brett?
Sorry, I got dressed for the occasion real quick.
Uh-oh.
The final Bert is here. So let me go ahead and tell you to quit running your mouth. Because who the hell am I kidding? I'm a Cody crybaby.
Cody crybaby.
So look at you now, Rock. You're going to be crying when Mama Rhodes slaps the taste out of you. And Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins is going to win. But I think this is going to be the time where, like, Jey Uso, the Bloodline, everybody gets involved in this match. Because this is the belief of me. I think Cody Rhodes has to be the guy, the new face of the WWE. He needs to win to earn that the cleanest way possible. The way to do that, win this tag team match, have your one-on-one clean win against Roman Reigns so you can transition into that face of the company without needing assistance. So Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins will win this match.
Bryce?
For a little while there, I thought Cody and Seth, but I think really what it comes down to is, like, if you're going to tune in on Sunday night, what sounds better to you? Would like, and obviously it's all opinionated, but would you rather see a clean fight, or would you rather see bloodline rules? And I think, like, most people, I could be wrong, I think most people would like to see the bloodline rules just because of the case of, like, the unknowing of what could happen. We've
seen the bloodline rules before.
Yeah,
it's always bloodline rules,
and we saw it on Monday too.
But we've seen bloodline rules, yes. But all these people that Roman, Rock, and all of them have been stepping over and beating up and everything, they're all going to click together. Bloodline rules, I got a feeling the bloodline's going to come out there. Next thing you know, here comes a whole bunch of Cody's friends. Here comes a whole bunch of people that the Rock and Roman have stepped over. More so Roman in the bloodline, but being as the Rock's only been here for a little second, but I feel like it's going to be bloodline rules. I feel like that would draw more. I feel like people would want to see that more. But I think Rock and Roman are going to go over here. I think like you said, I think it's going to be very dirty. I think it's going to be a situation when they close the curtains, like there's going to be babies crying. You know what I mean? Like people are going to be very upset at the. I think Rock and Roman aren't just going to beat them. I think they're going to beat the absolute hell out of them. Is what I think.
Okay, Brian.
Oh boy, here we go. So this leads me from the tag, or excuse me, this leads me from the match where I was telling you about the Jimmy and Jay and why there's not going to be a winner, and this is where the breakdown starts to happen. This breakdown is going to lead into this match. This is what I feel. I feel that Hollywood Rock is going away. He's slowly starting to go back away, okay? He's going to realize that Roman is trash, just like everybody else has realized that Roman is trash. So I think that this match will be Cody and Seth with the outside interference of the bloodline, which causes the distractions from Jimmy, Jay, Solo, and more family. And this is going to lead us into night 2, which is where my prediction for that match has me here, where I'm like, this is how they have to get there. If they have good writing, I think this is what you have to do. Rock is not a full-time wrestler. There's no reason for The Rock to be a heel for the entire time that he's there. Do you guys not agree with that? I mean, we love him when he's a face, and yes, he has a catchphrase, an elbow, and a
rock bottom.
I think keeping him in the heel. We all know he's not going to be around much longer after WrestleMania.
He's got a movie to do.
Keeping him a heel and leaving him as a heel for this run is perfectly fine. It rolls into the family ties, into the bloodline. You know, if you go back, the family's been screwed over by Vince. You know, this is their time to shine. Rock is in control of everything. That's why his dumbass daughter's the GM of NXT.
She can't wrestle anyway. So
yeah, she can't wrestle. She's not good on the mic. She's just fucking terrible. And that's thank you TKO. We appreciate you for that. But yeah, I think this will be a full on heel run for The Rock. At the end of the day,
I agree.
Mark, what do you got?
I actually, because I got Roman and Rock winning it because of the bloodline rule. That stipulation stood out the most out of all of it. If you win, you don't get the bloodline. If you lose, you get the bloodline rules. Okay, so that tells me right there. I think it's going to be The Rock and Roman. Plus, it would make the championship more title a little bit more interesting instead of but it can be other ways. But I think that right now, I think that's the way it's going to go. Do I see a heel turn or do I see a turn on either side? I don't think on night 1. I don't on that part.
Okay, so before we go any further, do you guys think that it would have been a little better if Seth had a little, something in this as well, something at stake, because Cody's got all this at stake, but Seth doesn't have anything at stake.
Actually, Seth, he put his nose into it. I think that if anybody was to turn in the match, I think it would be Seth because he's pissed off that Cody did not pick him for the main event.
I can see Drew costing them the match. I can see Drew coming out there.
I could see that too, but I think that it's going to be chaos during this match. I think the bloodline will be involved in a lot of it. I think even Jay will be involved. I think McIntyre will be involved. I think, but it's not going to be a clean match. But it's going to be what it is.
All right. Here's the thing, guys. A lot of people have been talking about this. Real quick. Gonna play it. Got to.
Oh, you mean the Stone Cold and John Cena stuff? I don't think that they're going to be. I don't think they're. If they do get involved, I don't think it's going to be in that match. I think it'll be in night 2.
It'll have to be in night 2. I feel like.
Are you talking to us?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Sorry.
Yes.
A good podcast host would have held on to that until we got to night 2 main event.
You're fine.
I'm just trying to help you out here, buddy. I know it's not my show, but if it was on my show, that's how the champion, an actual good podcast host on a so little podcast.
Okay, that's it. Hold on.
So did y'all pick The Rock versus?
What happened? It must have been to the left.
But did you all pick The Rock and Roman to win?
Yeah,
most of us except for Brian.
yeah, Brian.
Yeah, or not? Yes, I'm.
Oh, yeah.
Brett,
Well,
you
most
and
of us,
me
yes.
picked. You and me picked Cody, and
Yes.
yeah, I mean,
Everybody
I think
else.
that there's a way that they're gonna win this. And here's the thing, man, because they keep talking about Bloodline rules. We've seen it. It's trash. It's nothing. It's just it's
and also this past Monday too.
Well,
exactly. Nobody cares that it's Bloodline rules. We don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. I don't.
Well, it's not so much that they were Bloodline rules. It's just all of Roman's title defenses in the exact same way.
Right.
Solo, Jimmy, Jay.
Change it up.
Yeah, like now.
I mean,
this is
okay. I do agree with you on that, but just for some reason, I think it's just to get everybody interested in the title reign.
Oh yeah.
So having a Bloodline rule.
I feel like as like you said, Roman cheating to get over so much. I would almost like to see it blow up in his face and him get screwed out of it. I mean, I really would. I feel like that would be.
Hold on.
Perfect karma.
Okay.
Perfect karma.
Well, we got. Okay, this is night 2. We're gonna start.
All right.
Night 2, the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre.
Not a fan of Drew, dude.
Brett,
Not a fan.
you get to go first.
All right. And this is where I disagree. I think Drew McIntyre's doing some of his best work ever since they brought him back. I think this is the best Drew we've gotten, and it's all because of CM Punk. He gave him that rejuvenation of his career. And you know what? We forgot one thing about Drew McIntyre. I feel like most people have. Drew McIntyre carried the Kova era of WWE on his back.
100%.
He did not get that recognition in front of the fans winning the championship with all of his hard work involved. I think this is the proper and appropriate way to finally give it to him, and I think Drew McIntyre wins. I thought about Damian Priest winning Money in the Bank and doing it on Drew, but I think that's a disservice to Drew. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Drew McIntyre walks out World Heavyweight Champion because I think CM Punk does get involved accidentally, costing Seth Rollins to lose.
All right, I'm going to go next because
I'm going to go next. No.
Shut up! You don't get to say so. I say Seth wins this. I think CM Punk will he'll be physical in the match and cost Drew the title. And I believe this is where the cash-in happens. Priest wins the title on night 2.
God, poor Drew.
No, it sets it up for the next pay-per-view. It's in Scotland.
Right, you picked Drew, right?
Yeah, I did pick Drew McIntyre, no cash-in, and Punk accidentally gets involved and hits Seth.
I think it's the other way around, but I think in the end, I think Damian Priest cashes in on Seth.
Let's go, Bryce.
All right, I'm going with McIntyre all day, every day. I feel like this is his moment. If going in retrospect, it wasn't supposed to be his moment. It was supposed to be Punk's moment. Punk got hurt. Drew stepped in, and Drew knocked it out of the park, in my opinion. Stepped in immediately. And what's so funny is this past year, like Seth and Drew fought a few times this past year. Seth beat Drew a few times this past year. But this Drew just feels different. This isn't the Drew McIntyre from a few months ago.
He's more entertaining, actually.
He's so entertaining. And when he gets on the mic and the things he said, like the thing he said about Punk, Punk should be sending me thank you cards because I'm the only thing keeping him relevant right now. And just cold.
The rehab joke was the best.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I think the thing is like it's hard. It was hard to go with Drew at first because, like I said, this wasn't Drew's moment. He wasn't supposed to be in here, but he got in here because of what happened. But with that being said, though, however, I feel like the wave that Drew is riding right now is hot. We also got to take consideration Seth really, I'm not saying he will, but he's got to he's getting to the point now. He's got to take some time off. He's banged up, and he's been very. Whenever him and Shinsuke was going through that feud, he was very, in the open.
He's been banged up for the past few years. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm banged up. I'm hurt.
Listen, here's the thing about Shinsuke Nakamura, man. He is not a safe wrestler. I don't know if you guys have
Oh
No,
no,
he's
any
not.
tape
Safe
on him.
wrestler,
He's
no.
not a safe wrestler.
That's why he's the king of hardstyle or whatever the hell they call it.
Hard
Yeah,
hard.
King of
Yeah.
Strong Style.
Strong-
Yeah, strong style. Yeah.
And it could be because he is from New Japan, and it's a different wrestling. You know, in everywhere, you know, it's different wrestling in different places. I mean, it could just be the style. It's just
He's but he's been in WWE long enough, man. He's and I think that's why he's been downgraded to a mid card guy because he's not safe to work with.
Yeah. Well, I've also seen an interview. I seen an interview where someone has said, you know, also too, like he's very content with where he is, and I don't think like when he came over there, he didn't come over here to nest like the money, obviously, but not to win championships or anything. Like he had already, you know, in his mind, already had a successful career and a legacy.
He's
He
an
wasn't too
absolute
worried
legend.
about that over here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, Glick.
Scottish psychopath all day long, baby.
Ooh.
My man Drew.
Yes.
I'm gonna say not one, not two, not three, but 4 claymores. It's gonna take Seth out, even after the night one beatdown from the bloodline. It's gonna take 4 of them. Damian is gonna come out to cash in the contract. That's when CM Punk gets involved. Damian takes a go to sleep, and then the match ends with Drew holding the belt up and a stare down between him and CM Punk, setting up a feud for the next pay-per-view.
Or
CM Punk-
SummerSlam.
You know,
Yep.
CM Punk won't be back until SummerSlam.
That's what I'm saying. The next major pay-per-view. I don't count all those little I'm talking about the 4 bigs.
In your house. No,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
that doesn't exist anymore.
A Drew McIntyre CM Punk title match belongs on one of the 4 bigs, and it'll be SummerSlam, and this will be what sets it up.
But
that's
now-
when Seth Rollins will return too at SummerSlam too, just to create the oh crap factor.
But I agree with the fact that Seth Rollins 100%. He needs some time off. He's had the back problems. I mean, he's been on the do not touch list up until 2 weeks ago because of a knee injury.
His contract is up too soon.
Yeah.
It would be nice. It would be nice to see, you know, Punk come back by SummerSlam. If Seth came back by SummerSlam and set up a triple threat, you know, because I'm
good with that.
Yeah, I still want to see Seth versus Punk though. I want to see Seth versus Punk.
We will get it. We will get it.
Yeah, we will. I'm upset it didn't happen yet.
Listen, my wife texted this to me real quick, boys. Before she didn't put it in the comments, but when she hears who is coming to the stage when that music hits for Shinsuke Nakamura, all she knows him by is shit stain Nakamura.
Shit stain.
I love his music, dude. I love Shinsuke's music. I wasn't a fan of it when Madcap Moss was out there with the fucking guitar.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Rick Boogs. Rick Boggs.
Rick Boogs. Yeah, the Boogs.
Boogs.
All right, Brian.
Okay. I wanted to pick Seth in this, and I can't. Here's the thing. It's going to be Drew McIntyre. I'm not a fan of Drew McIntyre. But Drew wins. I think it comes from the interference from our humble commentator. And I think that he gets in Seth's face and it causes that Claymore to happen. I think that's when you get the first Claymore, then you get a second Claymore, and Drew is just going to be relentless. He doesn't want Seth to get up. I think that I think it was Glick that said 4 Claymores. Is that right? I think that we're close. I think that 3 probably does it. I think that 3 does it for Seth. I think that Seth tries to go for the curb stomp and misses wildly, ending in a Claymore, and that's when we get the final.
The fourth one is just the icing on the cake. It's unnecessary.
Icing on the cake.
But that's what I said. The Scottish psychopath. We're going to get to see a little bit of that.
To be the heel. He has to be the heel. Right. So,
and they're definitely going to. You can look out in this match, and even the match the night before. They're definitely going to go at the fact, you know, Seth obviously coming off the knee injury and stuff. That's definitely going to be the point of attack in the match,
and the match before with the tag team match the previous night.
Yeah, they're definitely going to use that as, you know,
excuse.
And I wouldn't be surprised. If they beat down Seth, and that's a good way for Seth to lose on night 2 too. He takes his ass whipping on night 1, and it, you know,
and then make him like disappear for a while. After
Yeah.
that.
Well, that's why I said, even after the beatdown, it still takes 4 Claymores to take
Yeah.
Seth out. Not to take anything away from him, because he's a great performer. He's
Yes.
great on the mic. He's great in the ring as a wrestler. And you don't want to just see a squash match, for him
Yeah,
to lose his title. So they're going to play it up. He's going to take 4 Claymores to take him out, and even after taking just an absolute annihilation on Saturday night from the Bloodline. He's going to still have that much fight and that much heart in him to go in and take on, this monster of a man and Drew McIntyre.
Like, what do you think? Bonus points if it's exactly 4 Claymore?
Yeah.
Bonus points if it's exactly 4.
I feel like
He
Brian
gets
and I
one-
are going to be.
he gets
I feel
one
like Brian
bonus
and I are
point.
going to be messaging each other the entire both nights of wrestling. Brian's going to come on my show Saturday night because I'm going to have it on my TV in the room. So while I'm doing the podcast, I'll be watching WrestleMania. And Brian's just going to come in and go, Glick, what'd you say? I think you said. Everybody wants to take this title from me. 29-time champion, bro.
Well, we'll see. All right, next up is street fight.
Easily take that championship away from you.
Bryce, you have not gone first.
No, that's who I have next. Yeah. Bryce is gonna go first then.
Oh yeah, this match right here. Yeah. Man, this is a
Can I
tough
have
one
a
right
snack?
here. I almost forgot this one got added to the card like last.
That was a last second ad.
Yeah, last Friday it was added.
I can see. I don't really know with this one. I'm gonna go with Karrion Kross AOP.
So
just because of the fact that man, the way I don't know what they're doing with Bobby and the Street Profits, but they're killing all momentum that they got going whatsoever. Even if it was a situation where like it was like a 1 week we one up you, or in the next we one up you, it's just been Karrion Kross and them just been beating these boys to shit week after week. I think, I don't know. Like I said, this ain't a match that I'll be interested in watching. This will probably be a piss break match for me.
I really don't think anything exciting is going to happen during this match.
This is just a filler match. I agree with Bryce. It's going to be go grab another drink, go grab a snack, go take a piss, go take a shit. I don't know, because this is going to kill 10 minutes. Go take a shit. This was just one of those. Oh shit, we got room. So I agree with this is going to be boring.
It'll be the heels going over.
Well, who's the heels in this?
It's AOP. It's AOP in this one, I think.
Final Testament is what they're called.
Final Testament.
Right. And,
it's AOP. They're always going to be AOP.
Everybody's got a new name these days. They can't keep up with the same shit no more.
Well, no, I mean their whole group is called the Final Testament. AOP is AOP, but with them all together, it's they're called like Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits is called the Pride.
Huh.
Terrible fucking name.
Terrible.
Terrible fucking name.
Glick, I'm guessing you're going with Final Testament too, right? Hey,
put your mic down. Put your mic
it's not
down.
your podcast. You have to. Put
I'm talking to Cash too. Sorry. He's asking me questions over here as we're talking. So sometimes I'm talking and I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to him. Man, God, I would love for AOP and I love Karrion Kross. I think he's a great character.
Just a minute. You like
Dexter Loomis. I think they're great characters. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, AOP never really got a big push last time. I kind of forgot they were even around until they brought them back again. Mm-hmm. And I think this is going to be the beginning of, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits with whatever they're doing here with this pride thing. I think this is
pride parade.
Lion Pride, Black Pride, Gay Pride, whatever it is. I think this is going to be that momentum swing for them, and whatever they're trying to do with them, it's going to be that push. I don't want to say this, but I am going to go Bobby and Street Profits. I'm hoping that it's the Final Testament, but I don't think it's going to be them. And if we're making picks to take a win, you
can't pick who you like. You got to pick what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's bottom line.
And again, they're all about making Bobby look like this fucking superhero guy. So, he's going to manhandle the AOP just because that's what they do with Bobby. No discredit to him, because I seen him when he was an MMA fighter. He's terrifying, man. And Jarvis, right. if you want Saturday off, I don't care. You can have Saturday off.
All right, Brett, go give it to us.
All right. I'm going to go with the Final Testament because Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits have already had their WrestleMania moment. I think it's Karrion Kross and AOP's turn. And plus, I'm a big Karrion Kross fan too, and I think Triple H is as well. So I think he's going to get a push after WrestleMania. And then the girls are going to interfere in this match. They'll do some outside stuff to cause a distraction. So the Final Testament wins.
And it's a dirty one then. Because there's interference. Okay.
Yeah, but with the two girls.
Well,
yes.
it's going to be 2 girls, one.
Because of the whoa, 2 girls, 1 match.
No.
I see what you did.
WrestleMania sales just shot up 30%.
Yes.
Woo! All right, Brian.
As Big Show says, WrestleMania, baby. Woo! All
right,
guys, I feel you. I feel you on AOP. Here's why. AOP just came back. It's their turn to get up the ladder. They're starting all over again, and Karrion Kross is going to take them up the ladder. Bobby and the Street Profits are fantastic. I love what the Street Profits are capable of. I think that they're just out of gas at this point, and I'm going AOP on this one.
Oh, me and Brian's going against each other on this one. I go with the Pride, and the reason why is because Final Testament has beaten their asses for the past 2 months. I think it's time that they come back and actually get.
What's new?
I'm saying my fact, so bite me. All right. The next match, it could be interesting. I don't see it being interesting, but LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing I know who everybody's going for.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put it like this. I don't care. LA Knight all day long. I think he deserves the ultimate push. I think we should push him into a title scene. I don't care what fucking title. Give the man a goddamn title at this point. AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. You've been around for like 100 years. We know your gimmick. We know your game. The best thing about AJ Styles is the fact that he is not afraid to push another superstar. And I think this is going to be AJ giving another guy lower down on the ladder the push to get him over. I'm going LA Knight.
Bryce?
Yeah, I'm going with LA Knight too. I think AJ Styles, I could be wrong, but I'm going to go out and limb here. I'm going to say something. I think AJ Styles' days as a real main eventer are over. I could be wrong, but he is getting up there in age. He's definitely starting to settle down more into, a mid-card level, which, and he had a great run. People forget he had a year-long WWE championship reign. He held it for a year, over a year. I think 370, 380 days, I think.
Yeah.
But, and he's had all these, it's crazy to believe that he's been here as long as he has now, because he had such a long run in TNA, and for so long people thought that he would never jump that ship. Yeah. And the fact that he did it. When did he do it? I think he's been here, 8, 9 years now?
Yeah.
Going on 10 already?
Yeah, he was
been that long?
He was in New Japan before WWE.
He was TNA's Sting at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Remember the old WCW? I mean, he was that glue for TNA, even when he was a heel or whatever, and he had a great career. He had a great run in New Japan.
Yeah.
He's had a good run in WWE, and like I said, he's that guy who's not afraid to put another superstar over to give them that push. And I think that's what this match is ultimately all about, is to give LA Knight that push that he needs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna intervene here because you guys made your picks, but I'm gonna tell you, y'all don't want none. And I'm gonna tell you why. AJ Styles is going to win this match. They will feud. These guys are going to go back and forth for a little bit. That's how he's going to put LA Knight over.
Oh, they're going to have a feud that goes past WrestleMania, regardless of who wins.
I think that this is how I think that AJ wins this match. LA Knight is pissed off. He gets to that point where he's just like at that, hey, listen, something's got to give stage in his career. And he goes after AJ, and they just go back and forth on it, man. I'm telling you. That's where I'm going with it. So that was my pick. I apologize if I butted anybody, but go ahead.
I'm guessing Bryce is going with Knight also.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went with Knight. He went with LA Knight. Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't put that down. All right, mine. I'm going with LA Knight because he has the hot hand.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I think AJ it's his last contract that he is signing. He's going to retire after this contract is over. That's what
Not a
he
chance.
says. That's what he says because he wants to be with his family more.
Mm.
He could become a part-timer, but I think he's on his way down. So on the way out, he's going to put over LA Knight.
Yeah.
What do you got, Brett?
Definitely going LA Knight here, but I still wish, though, that this should have been LA Knight winning the United States title from Logan Paul. If they're doing Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton in a singles match, because that could have been a lot of fun. But I understand what they did because Randy wants a big spot, and he's talked on Logan Paul's podcast about working with each other. That's why they went the way they did. But I agree. This is going to be AJ Styles putting over LA Knight, and this is where we're going to try to get LA Knight right back into the main event picture. So I think we're all going to know whose game this is, what everybody's saying.
Yeah. LA Knight.
All right, next match.
Yeah, LA Knight all day.
The next match is going to be an interesting match. I really do. And I got a thing that, any which way, is the U.S. title match. And you notice I have you guys perfectly over Logan Paul's face because I could care less on, as long as his ass gets beat, I could care less who wins this match.
Okay, well, Brian, let's go ahead and go first since you got some opinion. Or Mark.
I will.
Brian's going first.
I want RKOs for days. RKOs for days. So I am going with Randy Orton. I love KO, and he's a great wrestler. He's just not. He's just not the.
Because he's gonna bring out the brass knuckles and knock them both out.
Hey,
no.
Tell him.
No, Cash is wrong. Cash is wrong.
Tell Cash to stop because he's giving away stuff.
Cash is of that age where he's susceptible to the Logan Paul YouTube channel and he likes Prime. He's a Prime drinker, so
remember, guys, that Logan and his brother are in a match with Mike Tyson. Okay,
no, only his brother.
Logan and Jake are both in a match with Mike Tyson. So
no, he's not.
Oh,
I can only hope so because that would be a fair fight for the Paul brothers if they had 2-on-1 advantage on Tyson.
RKO.
Tyson is going
to. All right, Glick, your turn.
This is really tough for me because I know Randy's getting up there in age. I can't stand Logan Paul. He's going to lose. I'm with you, Mark. I think he's going to lose. This is tough for me. I love Randy Orton. He's getting up there in age. I would love to see him have another run, another title. He's been fighting injuries. But much like my man Sammy, I feel like Kevin Owens doesn't always get the respect that he deserves. So for me, I'm throwing the wild card out there, and it's fight Owens fight. This guy, KO all day, baby.
Brett?
It's like Glig, it's like your kid said about Logan Paul with the brass knucks, because your kid is absolutely correct. We're gonna get RKOs, we're gonna get stunners, but sorry, lastly, we're gonna give brass knuckles to everybody. And plus, here's the deal too: the Prime logo is gonna be in the ring, and that's the first time in WWE that they're gonna have an advertising in the ring.
They could put
and they're not. Logo. And they're not. I know they could have easily picked the bear logo. I agree, but they're not gonna let Logan Paul lose the match for the first logo of his logo, his company. It's not going to happen. Logan Paul wins
with the brass knuckles. He wins with the knuckles.
Wins with the knuckles. I'm
putting it down. Brass knuckles.
No, and KSI. You can throw another one. KSI is going to interfere in that match because he got RKO'd by Randy Orton, and he's going to try to get somewhat revenge. Instead, he's going to get RKO'd again.
KSI is going to interfere. He's going to get an RKO. He's going to get a stunner. He's probably going to be wearing the stupid.
That's
Prime
when the brass
costume.
knucks are going to come into play after that.
Yeah. He's probably going to be wearing the stupid Prime mascot outfit and everything. Because that's all you are now, KSI. You're just a mascot.
All right, Bryce.
All right, so I'm going to start off by saying I can't stand Logan Paul. I really can't. I really, really can't. But
shouldn't have been a wrestler.
Well,
he picked it up great.
Liked him. I've always. Here's the thing. I didn't have a problem with him. I thought the whole you guys know the Suicide Forest thing that really got him in a lot of heat and a lot of fire. That really changed a lot of people's opinions on him. Which I mean, he was already an asshole beforehand. You know,
Mhm.
that's what he got famous for doing. You know, being
Yeah.
an ass. But with that being said, as much as I dislike him, I got a feeling he's going to pull this out because Randy and Kevin are playing too close buddy. And at one point, when you're playing buddy, at some point it's going to come to a boiling point. Only one person can win. At some point, they're going to have to go at each other, and Logan is going to use that as a way to get this win. You can't really say it's going to be dirty because it is a triple threat. There's no rules. So, I mean, you know, dirty. It's not a triple threat or any match that doesn't have rules. You can't really call it.
Yeah, you can't call it dirty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brass knuckles for extra points.
You know,
Yes, you want them or no?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. Hold on. Wait. Brass knuckles will be introduced. I don't think they will be used.
I don't think Logan Paul will use the brass knucks.
Hey,
Somebody can use them.
okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I think they're going to be
Hold on.
introduced, but it's
Hold
going
on.
to be my man KO that's going to use
No,
them.
I don't think so. And here's the reason why. I believe that Randy's going to go over, and I actually have this wrote down. I've had it wrote down for a week. And Cash is right. Randy Orton is going to use the brass knuckles that he has in his pants, that he's had quite a few times.
Randy with the knucks.
Yes.
That's right. He never let go of them. He's had them this whole time. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Nobody thought about that, huh?
Yeah, good paying attention. You're right.
Hey, Bryce, to go with your thing real quick about Randy Orton and Kevin Owens falling apart, I think that actually starts tomorrow night on SmackDown on the KO show because that's their guest is Randy Orton, and I bet that's when that'll start.
And I will say this, and kind of piggyback on what Bryce said. Logan Paul stepped into this world, and I think we all were like, "This is a joke. This is what is he doing?" But he is actually surprisingly really entertaining.
Awesome. Really entertaining.
He's great in the ring. He's had some awesome on the mic, which is unobvious. But he's had some good moments already. I mean, hell, what was that Royal Rumble where him and KO from one side of the ring to Ricochet. Yeah, Ricochet. And they did that. I mean, he's had great moments. So the guy is good in the ring. But
good match with Roman.
Yeah,
that was great match with Roman. Yeah.
My favorite spot from him so far, the spot that impressed me was when he took, the Spanish Fly and Money in the Bank through the two tables.
Oh, yes.
And almost broke his neck. God. Now that, I earned a lot of respect for him because you got to have, I mean, a professional wrestler or not, you got to have balls to tell someone, hey, throw me, let's do a flip outside the ring through two tables, and for him to come in and be like, yeah, let's do that. And it's funny because he even came on his podcast and said he screwed it up. Like the way he was standing on the ropes, he screwed it up, but he was able to balance himself just enough to get it off. But it almost was disaster. But he earned some respect for me with that. Now that was really cool.
Yeah, no, he's definitely put in the work, like Brian said. Mexican Brian, not to be confused with Florida Brian. But you got to give him respect where respect's due. He's not taking this lightly. It's not a joke to him. He wants to be a wrestler, and it shows. I just think that with his brother's upcoming fight with Tyson, he's going to take some time away from WWE, and he's going to drop the title.
Logan Paul is another. You want to believe this or not, but he's another part timer. He doesn't wrestle.
He did resign a contract. He did resign a contract where he's going to work more dates.
Right. Well, right now I consider him a part timer because he's not there all the time.
Do y'all remember on Smack? I think it was SmackDown like a month ago where he went to the back and that's what he was saying. He was like, "Yeah, everyone's calling me a part timer. I want a match. He's been asking for more matches backstage. I don't know if y'all seen that segment or not, where he was asking for more matches. So hopefully, I'm hoping he changes my mind. I mean, he's a great wrestler, great on the mic. He needs to be there more. Yeah,
but I think if he's there more, with the way that they love factions nowadays in wrestling, I could almost see him
with his brother.
Well, I don't know if Jake will. I don't know if Jake will.
I see Jake doing it at least once and trying for the tag title.
But I could see him form it because they all three kind of have this cocky attitude and smugness about them. I could see him, Waller, and Austin Theory doing something.
Oh yeah, together. they already have a mix.
Friendship. Yeah, and I think it would be fun to watch those three do something together at the end of the day. I think it would be very entertaining.
All right, on to the next match, and
Let's get there.
This is for a woman's title.
Oh, this one's
Hey,
easy.
Dad, there's a pen in your pocket.
All right, since it's
Oh, I was
easy,
looking for that.
Bryce, go.
Bailey's gonna win. I feel like Io's title reign has been nothing. I feel like there's been no substance whatsoever to go with her title reign. No, no push to go along with it. Nothing. I mean, she went from being a mid carder to a mid carder holding a world title. I mean, I feel like she won the world title and nothing changed whatsoever.
She only wrestles maybe once a month too.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Yeah.
She barely defends the title. Which I will say, I remember when Rhea first won last year. You know, she went through the same thing for a while. She wasn't defending it as much, and people were saying, and then she started defending it more. But Io hasn't defended it very much, and like I said earlier, there's just no substance there. There's just nothing driving that. It just feels dull. I'm honestly surprised she's held the title this long. I thought she should have been lost it. But I understand as far as a storyline perspective with like Bailey and everything and damage control, I understand why they did it. But I feel like Bailey 100% is going to win this match. I just feel like this title hasn't done anything for Io.
All right, Glick.
Hey, I'm with my man Bryce. I'm going Bailey. That's my girl. She's one of my favorites in the women's division. She has been even from her days in NXT. I love her to death. You know, I'm glad she's finally back on the face turn. She was a great bad guy heel. But I agree. Io's entire career is there's no substance. She's boring. There's nothing there. I don't even know how she ended up with this title. Somebody, one of the writers was clearly on meth and made this decision.
Because she
was
like
Bryce sold it to him.
She was handpicked. She was one of the first ones that came in. I know
work early that day.
Yeah. No, Triple H had picked her a lot over her career. Triple H just had a hand in everything she's done. Brett.
I think. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's a great wrestler. I mean, even her days in NXT, like her doing crazy shit. Jumping off top of cages and shit. Like
not the hugger, but yes, she's going back. She's gonna be a face.
Yeah, definitely not the hugger thing, but yeah, no, Io's great in the ring, but
nothing else.
That's it. Yeah, there's nothing else.
Yeah.
Emma hated that they made Bailey a heel.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it at first.
I didn't either.
Emma, I'm with you. I didn't like it at first, but then it was like, ooh, I kind of like this.
Io would do great in AEW.
All right.
Guys, I don't care about story.
All right. Hold on, Brett.
Oh no, that's okay. So pretty much, I'm gonna be make it 3 for me. Definitely, Bailey goes over and wins the women's title, and it is frustrating that Io has all the wrestling talent in the world, but it don't matter in the WWE if you do not have a personality, if you do not have a character, or can't do the promo skill. Like it don't matter. And it took me a long time as a wrestling fan for me to understand that. Now I do, and it's frustrating because Io's so talented, beautiful moonsault. So again, it don't matter if you don't care.
I mean, look at some of the biggest names in wrestling. Through history.
Hell, that's how LA Knight got over. He's just probably a generic wrestler, but his personality is what got him over.
It's charisma. I mean, that's. I mean, they were literally going to fire John Cena when they did that whole rapping gimmick.
Exactly,
and it freaking blew up, and it was just like, and John Cena ran with it, and then he became the face for how many years?
Long time.
Exactly.
All right, Brian.
Guys, I am on board with the Bailey, and I want to say that she goes face. Unfortunately, I think when she gets the belt,
she's already making that face move.
But I think that she stays in the interim of being that heel because the division needs it. Quite honestly,
you think she'll kind of teeter, like ride the line?
I think that she's going to ride the line. The hugger's not coming back. I think that something is coming where she's going to be excited to be the champion again for probably a month or two. You know what I mean?
So do you think it'll be a heel? It'll be like a heel turn, like a Drew McIntyre heel turn.
It's going to be like a Stone Cold.
Bunch of valid points.
It's going to be a Stone Cold turn.
I think I think that they go for the Stone Cold turn on this. I agree with Mark on that part. That's where I'm at with it.
Here's what I think. I think I'm going to go with what everybody else said. Bailey is going to win. I think that damage control is going to be the reason why Bailey wins, because they're going to interfere and do something where Io loses it. But the interesting part is I'm doing this just for fact, or just because I want to put that out there. I think when Bailey comes out, you're going to see the the flying, yeah.
The
marketing with the air tube.
The inflatable wavy air guys.
Yeah, I think to get a bigger pop, I think those come out and bam.
Well,
She is going to be a heel or a face going forward. But I just don't think. I think Io chases the title to get her better.
I think damage control absolutely 100% interferes, and I think this is where Bailey gets even bigger push as becoming the champion. Is that Bailey single-handedly is going to just discard damage control, even though they've had their way with everybody in the women's division on SmackDown. Bailey's going to just discard each one of those individuals. And then go on to win the title, and that's going to give her that bigger push as the women's champion.
Yeah, until it's Tiffy time, because I think Bailey's going to be a transitional champion for Tiffany Stratton, because she's going to get a major push after WrestleMania. I think she's going to win the Money in the Bank and beat Bailey at SummerSlam for the title.
Should be extra points for the lead pipe?
Oh my god!
Do you want me to put it next to your name?
Yeah, put extra points. I think the lead pipe will come into play.
Oh god,
lead pipe comes into play. Hey, you know what we're not talking about though? What if this is a laydown match?
No, it's a twist.
No. You don't think that the NWO women's version?
I don't think that they do it because I don't think anybody wants to see that. Not at a Mania pay-per-view.
Bro, I would lose my ever living mind. I'm telling you.
I think WWE is better than that. That was one of those super low moments at the end of WCW, and I think WWE, despite their ups and downs and recycled storylines and Austin Theory being the new John Cena. I mean, they look alike. They kind of have the same presence, whatnot. I think that's one thing that I just don't see. They did that once before. Remember with
Hunter and Michaels.
Yeah, Hunter and Michaels.
He touched them, fell on the ground, but that was because they wanted them to go against each other, and Michaels couldn't hold all the belts, so that's what they did.
And that was a good, and that was good.
That was different.
Good. That was this to do the whole NWO thing. It would be terrible, especially on night 2, because Sunday night's always been the Mania, always been the big pay-per-view night. So yeah, that would just be very bad in WWE to do a laydown match.
Well, let's hope that the writers have something in store for all of us.
I think this will be just. It's going to be an interference, but I think it's going to be the damage control screwing it up for Io. Now, gentlemen, and I use that word loosely, Glick.
I take that as a compliment.
Just Glick, though. Everybody else, we like you.
I take that as a compliment. Thank you.
All right, we come to the main event.
May I go first? May I go first on this? Because
fuck no, because I don't want to hear your shit.
I got a lot to say.
No. I'm actually going first this time.
Ooh.
I'm not worried about stepping on your toes.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's the reason why. All right. Since I said it was Bloodline 1, I'm sticking with that. They are interfering. Most people are saying that, or all you guys are saying the same thing, that if Bloodline wins, people are going to come out to save Cody. Well, I think only one person is going to come out. And I originally, I would have loved to have had it any which way. I would love to have had, his own brother come out. No, his own brother. But you would have to do a deal with AEW, and I just don't see it happening.
That's the one with the championship.
I could see John Cena coming out to help because of what happened with the Bloodline. But to me, I think Cody wins because he has somebody in his back pocket that you haven't seen in a long while, and his name's Brock Lesnar. Comes out and helps him.
No way.
I think.
Shit.
So
He
you're
is
going
back
Cody.
with WWE. To let you know,
Brock is
So-
back with the WWE. However,
So Mark, your pick was?
I pick Cody with Brock Lesnar's help.
this match, I'm going Cody, but this match single-handedly is going to bring down the building, and it's going to be one of those top tier, top 3 WrestleMania moments of all time. Brock Lesnar is coming back. There's no doubt in my mind about that. However, Tony Khan has already given Dustin permission
To be at
to be at WrestleMania.
At the Hall of Fame, but I don't
Yeah.
think he's allowed to be on
Backstage.
camera.
Well, that's where it gets fuzzy.
There were other wrestlers that were on camera because there was permission.
However,
No, not in WWE. They will not put any other wrestler unless they have a working relationship with them. They will not put them on camera.
However, I do think Dustin is going to be involved. It will not be Gold Dust. It will be Dustin Reynolds,
The natural.
the natural. He will come out. But I think at the end of the day, the end all be all, and you guys can tell me I'm wrong, and I'm going to be so mad at WrestleMania if I'm wrong about this. But there's going to come a pivotal time in the match where The Rock is putting the boots to Cody's ass, and that fucking glass is going to break. And the roof is coming off of that fucking building, and Stone Cold is coming out and putting the beat down on Rock like he ain't never done before.
Oh, I think the Rock is going to end up splitting from the bloodline during this match.
I think the glass. Yeah, I think the glass is going to break. That's going to be the biggest WrestleMania moment of all time. Stone Cold coming back in this match and putting the boots to The Rock. The glass is going to break. The beer is going to be pouring, and Cody's going to be holding that title high at the end of the day, because it is his time to finish the story. WWE, WWF, whatever, has screwed the Rhodes family for so long, and Triple H wants to make that right, and he's going to make sure the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, walks away your new champion.
So do you think this is going to be on the same level as when Daniel Bryan won? Or
I think it's going to be bigger than Daniel Bryan winning.
I agree.
I think Cody Rhodes winning the undisputed Universal Championship, whatever the hell you want to call it, this is going to be one of the, if not the biggest moment in WrestleMania ever. And they're not holding back. They're bringing Dustin in. They're bringing Stone Cold. They're bringing Brock. They're bringing the goddamn Von Erich. So you just seen show up on AEW not too long ago. I mean, they're pulling out all the stops.
Bryce, let's hear it, bud. Let's hear it. Give it to me.
Okay, so I got obviously I really wish it could be, the old days. I wish that glass could break. I wish Stone Cold would come down there with a steel chair and just headshots for everybody. I wish we were still in that era. We aren't, but I wish. I think I wouldn't be surprised if Stone Cold does come out and saves Cody. I think the way it's going to play out, like I said earlier, I think it's going to be bloodline rules. And I think the whole reason why that's going to happen is because it has to set up for this. I think it's going to be Cody and Rock. I think Cody and Roman, not bad. I think at a point in the match, Roman is going to get the upper hand. And like you said, Rock's going to be in there causing a whole bunch of shit. And that glass is going to break. I think, too, it's Cody's time. I don't know if you guys remember, because I have the WrestleMania from last year on DVD. And I love that Rock, obviously not the finish, but I love that match. And one thing I love about that match is when Roman pinned Cody, you could hear the air leave the stadium.
Oh yeah,
you could hear a collective. What did you?
I was so pissed.
How many hands were like this? Because mine were. I was like this. I did that.
I kept saying, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
The only other WrestleMania match ever that shocked me more was when Lesnar beat Taker when he broke the streak. That's by far the number one. But to me, that was number two. You could just hear the fans in the air just suck out of that building. And I feel like, we've gone a whole year. We've gotten all the way back here. He's won back-to-back Royal Rumbles. if he loses again, I don't.
You can't. You
It's
can't.
going to be
that,
really
that
hard
story,
to come back again.
That story's done.
Yeah, the
You
story's
can't do
done.
it.
It's over.
Yeah.
It has
all
to.
that. Yeah, all that work for nothing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, and
All
I
right,
just think it has to be him. But
So
yeah,
Bryce, you got Cody. You got Cody. Do you got run-ins? You got what do you got?
Yeah. All that. There will be tons of run-ins. There might even be some like
What?
everyone's saying run-ins we don't expect. There might be some people we do not expect to come in. There might be some people we do expect to come in. I would love to see Stone Cold come back and whoop some ass. At one time, I thought it might be Triple H. Triple H obviously can't, health concerns and everything. He can't do it. Which it would have been cool to see. It would have been cool to see that too. But
well, that's where I said I think Triple H is still going to work his magic. I think we're going to see Dustin. Dustin's 65 years old.
It would be so cool.
Wow.
Let's do the Rhodes family right finally.
So
Because
did
they did him dirty.
AEW did say it would be okay for him to come over.
So
he's allowed at the Hall of Fame. That's it.
From reports, he is going to be at the Hall of Fame. Tony Khan has given him also permission to be at Mania,
but in a box. He cannot be seen on TV.
But
so
you can't.
Right,
but you
but
can't,
we don't know what.
Out.
But we don't know what Triple H and Tony Khan has said.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
How old did you say? How old did you say?
I think Dustin's like 65 or something like that.
54.
Is he?
If
I just watched a video where he was talking about being 65 and partnering with the.
No, he doesn't want. He doesn't want to be 65 and still be in the ring.
Okay, but exactly. Tony Khan and Triple H aren't going to put all their cards on the table, so they're saying he's allowed to be there. He's not allowed to be on camera.
I just don't.
He has to be in a box. But
if he wrestled for TNA, he'd be able to.
Yeah, but this is the thing,
right?
This is what a lot of people don't.
TNA and WWE has a working relationship now.
Yeah,
and they're also going to be doing switching wrestlers.
I think AEW under the sheets and WWE, they have a working relationship, but they're not putting it out there for the world to see because it's better if they're not working together. Because
you gotta have that rivalry.
Yeah,
I mean,
but look how quick wrestlers transition from WWE to AEW quickly. Or vice versa. So you're not going to do that if you don't have some kind of relationship.
No complete clause means, hey, he's got to be on vacation for like a month. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, Brett.
All right. Well, first off,
a lot.
Yeah, I was just listening away like
there was going to be a lot. This is the match.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I got a lot to say here. So bear with me. So
he's got a script. He's got the script from WWE.
I thought that was a Bible real quick. I thought we was about to start preaching.
Hallelujah. But no. First off, I want
script for you.
Oh gosh. But no. First off,
Austin 3:16.
Sorry.
Okay, well, no, that's okay.
Go ahead, Brett.
Okay, well, first off, I was going to say Stone Cold Steve Austin. That would be awesome for him to come out for that particular scenario because it's, Stone Cold's whole character is he's against authority. The Rock, technically, is authority. So I could see in the perfect world that would fit. However, I will go back to me. What I always believe in wrestling is I'm a traditionalist. So that's why, again, I picked Cody and Seth to win the tag team match because Cody has to beat Roman Reigns clean. To beat the guy, you got to win that match clean. You can't really have like the Avengers Assemble type scenario. It sounds like what y'all are predicting is for the Avengers scenario to happen, and that would be awesome. But I think for Cody Rhodes to be the guy in the company, in the world, you can't have him just like win like with help. He has to win on his own. And that I'm a big believer in that as a traditional wrestling fan on that. So I don't think we'll get that, but I'm going to go with my prediction. I think of what is right for the company. Cody does beat Roman Reigns by himself. No help needed. Plus, that's the story too. Roman has had help time and time again. What the best way to finish Cody Rhodes' story is he finally gets that one-on-one match with Roman Reigns. No interference. Two of the best in the company who wins. And that's where I think Cody wins. And then after that, I think that's where we're going to get The Rock turns on Roman. The Rock takes over the bloodline to put his new family into that bloodline. And then later on, we're going to get a reuniting of Roman and the Usos. That's the traditional bloodline versus The Rock's bloodline. And you can have all that feed for WrestleMania next year. That's my prediction. And it just pretty much finishes Roman's story, too. This year's all about Cody's story. Next year, we're going to finish Roman's 4 or 5 year long story of the bloodline, the greatest story in wrestling's ever told. And it will end with the final boss. Everybody thinks the final boss is going to be with Cody Rhodes and all that. I don't think so. I think that's just a blindness there. I think the final boss is technically for Roman Reigns to conquer.
Okay, I could agree with that if it's a one-on-one. The only reason why I say that Brock Lesnar comes down, that's to stop the bloodline from doing anything stupid.
Yeah, Cody and Brock have that relationship too after SummerSlam, so I could see that if that were the case.
But I see the Rock. I see the Rock turning on Roman, and the Rock doing the babyface, and it'll be at SummerSlam when they take on each other after the Rock is done with his movie.
Yeah.
All right, so Brett, you're saying that Cody wins and he wins clean.
Yep. Yeah,
no interference.
No interference, and I do agree. I forgot who said it, but I agree that Cody's story is going to get a bigger. It's going to get a bigger reaction than the Daniel Bryan winning, because Daniel Bryan happened within months. Cody Rhodes, it's been a 2-year build story of him finishing the story, and I think it'll have a bigger payoff.
Yeah. Because the tension just keeps building and building and building, and it's at a boiling point now.
Mm-hmm. And I agree, if Cody loses this match, which, oh my gosh, everybody will quit watching WWE, but if he loses this match, there's no coming back from it. So we're finally finishing the story.
Guys, I just got a message from someone, and they said this show is so good that we should do more like this.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
So,
hey, did your wife tell you that?
Wrestling.
I want to thank everyone, but I didn't make my pick yet.
No, I was about to say Brian, it's your turn.
Listen, we talked about something earlier, and it was Jimmy versus Jay, and I told you guys that stuff's going to fall apart on night 1. Okay, night 2, The Rock, the Usos, the Solo Sikoas. The new family. They are not going to have a good time at night 2 of WrestleMania, because Cody is going to put the crossroads to Roman Reigns over and over and over again. And he's going to win 1, 2, 3 with the bloodline doing their thing, where they are feuding outside the ring, on the side of the ring, in the back of the locker room. I think that this is where we start to see The Rock goes back to being the face. And here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that logo with the Brahma Bull. When the eyes are blue, he's a good guy. When it's red, he's a bad guy. Let's go with it.
How many crossroads for bonus points, Brian?
3. He's getting 3.
Yeah. No,
3.
and here's why I was going to say 3, because last year it was supposed to be 3. So stopped them.
Mark and I are saying 4.
3.
I'm going to say 3.
I'm going from the only reason why I'm saying 3 is like what Brett said. He did 3 last year.
He was going to do 3 last year, but Solo stopped him.
I hope that he finishes the story. I hope that the story for Cody Rhodes ends here. But then, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but 3 months from now, Cody's going to be a bad guy.
I don't think so. I don't see him going to be a bad guy. Yeah. I think if he does it, it won't be until close to next year's WrestleMania.
Yeah, I was gonna
if
say,
he holds the title that long.
It'll be next year's WrestleMania. I don't think Cody's gonna go heel anytime soon. There's no reason for it. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no build up. There's no lead onto it. I think this is going to be a full on face Cody move.
I think. And Brian from Texas. I can't wait for him to be in the Hall of Fame or
Mhm.
inducted, but I don't think it should have been Roman Reigns that inducted.
I don't
Nah.
think so either,
It
guys.
should have
Let me ask you a
been CM
question.
Punk.
I listen, Sandman,
Sandman, Tommy
Tommy
Dreamer.
Dreamer.
Tommy
These
Dreamer is
guys.
the one that I say.
CM
No,
Punk.
because
No, I agree
CM
with
Punk.
CM Punk.
Well, yes, because he was a Paul Heyman guy for
But
a
it should have been all those guys. Those everyone from
ECW should have
ECW. ECW should have shown up.
That's what
Yeah.
that's what I was just gonna say.
The Flock should have shown up.
Yeah, it should have been a full on ECW type.
I agree with
reunion.
that.
Those guys
RVD could have done it, stuff
Yeah.
like that. I think that's, but that could be, I don't know, but I think that somebody from ECW should have done it, not Roman Reigns. And I mean, you could even go back even further. You could have had Medusa do it. You could have had
Stone Cold should have done it, because when Stone Cold got
Well,
introduced to
Yes.
ECW, he did not work for ECW as a wrestler.
no, he was and
But
he was just a guest from
Yeah.
WCW because he got fired by Eric Bischoff.
right.
Well, I mean, look at all the careers that Heyman has.
Paul Heyman
has been
he's a
intertwined with.
fucking genius.
He's probably one of the best guys to ever be in the wrestling industry, as far as making names, creating names, writing stories, pushing storylines.
Yeah.
He's great on the. You give that man a microphone, and you love to hate the guy. When he grabs a microphone, you can't stand him, but you're going to be glued to the television until he's done talking.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It should have been Cesaro, the real Paul Heyman guy.
is Paul Heyman. Listen,
right.
he's an absolute genius. You're absolutely right. He's created a bunch of careers and elevated those careers. Do you guys know how he got his start?
Who? Paul Heyman?
Little piece of history here. How did
Paul
he get
Heyman-
his start?
Paul Heyman was a journalist, and he
He was sneaking into the wrestling shows.
Yeah, he was. And
I watched this documentary.
Yeah, Jim Cornette told that story.
I read the book.
Fantastic, bro.
Yeah.
He went up to Vince Sr. and said, "I'm just here to photograph your wrestlers."
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, the man ended up with a fucking job, bro. How the fuck?
Yep.
I want to be that guy.
All right, Brian. Hold up. We got to do one other thing before we let these guys go, too.
Okay.
All right, Brett. Since you are the newest one that on our show, these two have already done stuff for us. Normally, we ask our guests to introduce our next guest for next week.
Okay.
Next week's guest.
We're gonna pull us all off the screen, and then you're just gonna say who it is.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Next week's guest is Richard J. Walters from My Bloody Valentine. He played Harry Warden, the killer.
The original?
The original My Bloody Valentine. Yeah.
He was in both of them, by the way.
Well, he was in both of them, yes, because in the remake it was
Is that the Pickaxe movie?
Yes.
Yeah. What was it? Jensen Ackles was the killer.
He was the son.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, guys. If you haven't seen that movie, it's like 25 years old.
Darn it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm pulling us all off.
Did he get it? Did he get it? Brett, did you get it?
Richard Walters for My Bloody Valentine, correct?
Yep.
For
awesome.
April 11th show.
April 11th, next Thursday.
Sorry, I'm writing this down real quick because I
okay.
do not
April
want
11th.
this. I do not want
you're
this
good.
stuff.
Listen, you're good. It's off the cuff, man. We asked you to do it, and you don't have to do it. You could be like, I decline.
Oh no, I definitely want to do it, guys, because it's been an honor being on this show. So I could any chance I could give back to people.
We appreciate you guys all coming on the show. You guys are fantastic.
April 11th, Richard Walters, the original minor for My Bloody Valentine, right?
Yes,
he was the minor. Great.
Yes.
Okay. All right, guys. Next week, we got the Talking Shit's got a very special guest of Richard Walters, who played the original minor from My Bloody Valentine. That show is going to be on April the 11th, so that will be on Thursday of next week.
Good job.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent.
And quick
Bravo.
question, if you don't mind me to ask, what's everybody's favorite WrestleMania match of all time?
Mine, I got to see it live, so it's not Hogan versus Andre. It was Savage versus the Dragon.
Oh, you're so
It was
lucky.
a great match. It was a great match.
I got
Hell of a
to
match,
see
dude.
WrestleMania 3, and I got to see WrestleMania 24, where Flair got retired.
Oh, you're so
great
lucky.
match.
Great WrestleMania.
God, that was a great match too.
Damn. So
I went to
good.
27 and 32, so I'm incredibly jealous.
Yeah.
Oh, 27 was a dumpster fire.
Oh, it was the worst WrestleMania of all time.
Yeah.
I'm an Attitude Era baby, and I'm gonna say The Rock and Stone Cold. I got to. I have to. I love
WrestleMania 15.
I love it. Love it.
Is that 15 or 17?
I think it was like 17.
The one with Mike Tyson.
They fought,
Attitude, yes.
Yeah.
They fought
Mike
15,
Tyson.
17, and 19.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They fought a lot.
Yeah,
But
they fought in 3 WrestleManias. 15 and 17 were the main event, and 19, I think they were the match.
With Tyson was 17.
It was Stone Cold's first title reign.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, my favorite WrestleMania match of all time is Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's such a classic. And I want to bring an honorable mention because technically it's WrestleMania weekend. My all-time favorite wrestling match happened on WrestleMania weekend for New Orleans, TakeOver New Orleans at NXT. And that is the unsanctioned match between Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa.
That was a great match.
My favorite wrestling match of all time happened on WrestleMania weekend, but that doesn't count. So it is going to be Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle.
Oh, can I go? I want to.
It's your turn. Get
my
it, Bryce.
My favorite. Okay, so wrestling match. Brian. I'm actually 100% with you. Stone Cold and Rock, WrestleMania 17.
Awesome.
With Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys and Hardys, close.
Oh
second.
yeah.
Hell of a match.
Oh yeah.
But now, as far as my favorite WrestleMania, this is bias. I believe WrestleMania 17 probably is the greatest WrestleMania ever. But if we're talking about biasness, my personal favorite WrestleMania to me was 23. Because being such a huge Taker fan, listen, I was such a huge Taker fan, but he hadn't been world champion in years.
Right.
And he had been so close. He was the dead man, and he finally got the world title shot. And Batista was such a threat to the streak. And then okay, so you got that. Then let's talk about Cena and Michaels. They had a hell of a match. And then you just go up and down that card.
Taker versus HBK. The first and second match that they did, those were awesome. I mean, it's hard to just to pinpoint one, but what started me off with my favorite match was Steamboat versus Macho Man. I mean, that was one hell of a clinic that they put on that day.
And I was there what he's talking about right there. I was there when me and my buddy went, and when they played that song "Ain't No Grave," and we looked at each other like, "Oh shit, they changed the song." And then I got back home watching the event, and then they replaced it. I'm like, "Oh, you gotta keep."
Wait, here's the thing. That's not the first time they faced, though. People forget they also faced at WrestleMania 17. They faced 3 times at WrestleMania. They faced 3 times at WrestleMania.
Look, you don't have a favorite one, do you?
Come on,
I know you got one.
Come on, you got a favorite match.
Favorite match, favorite Mania.
I'm with Brian or Mark. Mark said Macho Man Ricky the Dragon. Man, that was a great match. All the Stone Cold Rock matches were great. I've always been a Stone Cold guy. I've never been a Rock fan. I don't like the Rock in any way, shape, and or form. I loved watching Stone Cold be Stone Cold. But in the Hardys and Edge and Christian and the TLC match with the Dudleys, that was great. But
all the TLC matches are fantastic.
I got it. That HBK Ric Flair match, that retirement match.
Yeah,
I was a grown ass man, and I wept like a baby. I was crying just like everybody else.
HBK wept like a baby. He said, "I'm sorry."
I was crying right along with HBK.
No, come on, no. He said, "Fuck you, Ric Flair."
No, that was Batista.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love that match, but I think two of my all-time favorites was the ladder match between HBK and the Bad Guy, because I love Razor Ramon.
Oh,
That's
Razor.
a great
Chico,
match.
yeah,
that was a revolutionary match. That
Yeah,
match
I
was
love
awesome. So
Razor.
every
Razor-
ladder match after could run.
Razor Ramon is in my top 5 or my top favorite wrestlers.
Yes.
I love the Bad Guy, Chico, man. I love that dude. But also, I think one that kind of flies under the radar and a lot of people forget about, not the Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan, but Ultimate Warrior versus Macho Man Randy Savage.
The retirement match.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was an amazing match.
Yes.
And it really showed off both of those guys, because that was one of those matches. Because and again, Ultimate Warrior is one of my top wrestlers of all time. As a little Glick, as a little Sasquatch. There's pictures of me for like 3 years in a row for Halloween. I was Ultimate Warrior. But you know, he was always known as a guy that didn't have much in the tank. He would get winded real quick. But Macho Man elevated the Ultimate Warrior to a whole nother level in that match. That's probably one of my favorite matches from the Ultimate Warrior with Macho Man. That was a great match.
And what happened after that match too, with the reuniting of Macho Man and Elizabeth too? A great WrestleMania moment. So that's a great pick.
Yes.
Guys, we ask you all every time.
We didn't ask them for an hour. I'll tell you that.
We always ask for at least an hour of your time. You guys have been super humble. Brett, thank you for coming on the show and giving us more than an hour.
Hey, I could go 3 more hours if you want to. I love wrestling. I love wrestling.
Brett, I followed you guys on YouTube. Give us a follow back, and feel free to
message me, and so I will be honored to do that.
Yeah, feel free to join us.
You're poaching my guest now, huh?
Yeah, Saturday nights. Saturday nights on Nonsensical Nonsense, we do an open door challenge. We drop the link. Fuck you, Bryce, because you don't ever respond to anybody because you're too big.
Bro, Saturday's his drinking day, bro.
But
Saturday's a stream night is what it is. I'm on Twitch Saturdays.
Saturdays we do a 6 hour show.
You need 2 phones.
Yeah, I definitely need 2 phones.
Gotta get 2 phones.
Nonsensical Nonsense does a 6 hour show on Saturday nights.
Glick, thank you, and nonsensical.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, and Nonsensical Nonsense for bringing your personality to the show as well. We do appreciate you.
Acknowledge me and call me by my right name.
Hold up. Wait a minute. If you're gonna go that route,
Mark has something for you.
Acknowledge us first.
I'm still the champ, bitches.
Thank you again. And Bryce, thank you as always. You know you're a part of this family, and I don't know why you're not co-hosting Talking Shit with either Mark or me. You take your pick. Pick me.
I can flip a coin.
Oh damn! I lose all the time. But you know you're a part of this family, and we absolutely fucking love you. And guys, we want you all to shout out your links, your bios.
Not all at the same time.
Not all at the same time. We'll start over here with Brett.
Brett, Bryce, ready? 1, 2, 3. Everybody just shout it out at the same time.
Where can our viewers find you?
All right. Well, I am one half of Good Real Hunting, and it's pretty much it. It's Good Real Hunting, where we hunt for the good reels, so you do not have to. Where we talk a majority of horror movies, but we're starting to get back into non-horror movies and stuff like that. We're easy to find. Social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd. And our descriptions too are in our description below or are in our description when you look on YouTube as well. So you can easily find us. You can message me. I'll guide you in the right direction. But Good Real Hunting is the first great place to start.
Glick, you're up, buddy.
You should let Bryce go.
Hold up, wait. If you don't know where to find these two at the bottom, then you haven't been watching the show.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna let Bryce go first because you guys know that.
Oh my God.
Okay, fine.
Thank you. Okay, so my name is Bryce, and I'm a recovering alcoholic. Oh wait, this ain't the right. We're in the wrong. I'm sorry, we're wrong meeting.
He's also,
wait a minute. No, you were supposed to be on Men Caring for Men a couple weeks ago, but your kid got sick, so you know.
Bryce is also a meth addict.
I got to make up for it. This is my makeup time. Y'all just let me talk. No. You can find me anywhere. All you can go to Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, any app that has social media, any social media app you can find me on. All you gotta do is go search up Bryce Tucker. My name should pop up. I know it pops up on Facebook because I'm verified and stuff. And then you can find me on Twitch, and I have a gaming YouTube channel by the name of Bryce Patty. So I have a gamer name. That's my gamer name, y'all. Bryce Patty. I basically, if you won't know how to spell it, all it is rice patty with a B in front of it. The Y with an I.
Bro, we've been trying to get you on Call of Duty, but you don't want to play with us. You must be like...
I hate Call of Duty.
Oh, see? I knew
Can't
it.
stand it. I like... No. Look, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, favorite game. It don't get no better than that. It hasn't been better since.
Hey, Jaravici hates Call of Duty too. To the left, Brian.
Can't stand it. I don't.
To the left,
become,
to the left.
Easy. He's going to rage quit
now.
the fucking chat. So
motherfuckers are jumping over houses and shit now. And it's like, what is this? Like,
we got jetpacks and
no,
shit.
What happened to
that's
boots on the
Fortnite.
ground?
Get it right.
That's like I'm playing rated M for mature Fortnite. That's what it feels like.
You got to play. It's free for the next 3 days.
Yeah.
Jump on, play with me, Mark, Glick, and Jaravici.
Night, buddy.
I'll Twitch it. Y'all cool if I Twitch it?
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at the game.
I have to see about downloading it then. I need to get it. You said it's free for 3 more days?
It's free for 3 days. So download it now. It takes 2 days to download. So
well, that's only if they have shitty Xbox like yours.
Shut up.
Hold up, wait a minute. Brian, has yours downloaded yet?
Shut up, you. If you're putting it on Twitch, I'm letting Stacy play.
She plays better than him.
Bryce, you Twitch it, I'll Twitch it.
All right.
Yeah, we can do. We can do a 3-way. Yeah,
whoa.
Yeah.
Not that way.
It would technically be a foursome. You know, it would technically be a foursome. There's 4 of us.
That can cause quite a twitch. All right.
I call dibs on Bryce.
Hey, Glick, you're.
I am honored.
Hey, Glick, you got a little show. What's it called again?
Hey, you know, I host a few little shows. They're not big. They're nothing important. I am Nonsensical Nonsense. I mean, there are other guys there, but they don't matter. I can do the show without them. Fuck you, Jeff. Fuck you, Connor. No, I do host Nonsensical Nonsense Wednesdays and Saturday nights. Saturday nights, it is an open door challenge. So we have a lot of fun on Saturday nights. It does go about 6 hours. And anybody who wants to join in is welcome to. Monday nights, I also host Men Caring for Men. It's a men's mental health show. And as Mark likes to tell me all the time, I came in here for a reason tonight.
Oh no! I was going to let you do that. I was actually waiting for you to do that.
But I do encourage all men to check out Monday nights, 7 p.m. All the shows are 7 p.m. Except for Friday nights. But I do encourage all men to check out Monday nights. It is a men's mental health show. Recently, we teamed up with our guys Mark and Brian. I'm not going to mention any names, but somebody else was supposed to be a part of that show. It rhymes with Bryce Lesnar. But I do encourage all men to watch the show. Women watch the show as well, and I encourage any man who wants to come up on the show. Let me know, and we would gladly bring you up. Next Monday, we have a very good friend of mine from social media, Blazing Blasphemer. He's going to come on. He kind of disappeared from social media and just came back up. He's dealing with a lot of things, so we're looking forward to talking to him and chit-chatting with him on Monday night. We're also partnering up with these guys again at the end of May.
That's what I was going to say. We have 2 dates set, and we're going to do a 2-part show. It's going to start on our show on May 24th, and then we're going to come back on May 27th, and it's going to be on Men Caring for Men. It's going to be a military show.
We're going to get our bets.
Yeah.
We're going to get our bets together.
I can't wait for that one. That one's going to be interesting because we might not have the same. We're going to have a core of the same vets, but when they start out, some of them may not be able to make it to the Monday, but we already have people in line for that one too.
Yep. And Mark and I are going to. We're not actually hosting, but Mark and I are going to co-host
We're just going to
both
be
of
there.
those shows. Yeah, we're just going to be there. We're going to call ourselves the host of both of those shows, but we're just going to be there. But on Friday nights, the first and third Friday of every month, I do Glick's House of Music, and I'm super excited for tomorrow night, guys. I have a very good friend of mine. I call him a brother of mine. I wanted him to be my first guest on this show.
I know who this is.
Our guy, my guy, Rock Lee of EDM
Rock
Combat, is coming on tomorrow night. We're going to talk about his career, how he started, where he's been, where he's going. We're going to be playing TikTok clips, YouTube clip, music videos. It's going to be a good time. This is the ultimate direction of where I want to go with the music show. Is bringing up, and I think it's also going to sway. And Bryce, this might be in your world, because I had a friend reach out to me and said, "How do you feel about having comedians on Glick's House of Music?" And I said, I don't know. It's a music show, but I guess if I have a comedian on, then maybe I could let the comedian or comedian pick some of their favorite songs to play that night.
Oh, dude, I'm a
Fuck, he's
I'm
doing it
I'm
again.
A connoisseur, dude.
No.
I'm everything. Great
He's
music.
poaching. He's trying to poach our guests
I'm not
again.
poaching Bryce. I'm saying Bryce is a comedian.
Did he
I'm
just say he's a
saying.
music dinosaur?
Connoisseur.
Carnivore?
So I do a lot. I do a lot of things. You can find all the shows related to the Nonsensical Network at bio.link/nonsensical nonsense. All of our links are there, all the social medias and all that jazz. But we do live shows. We like to have the chatters box. We encourage people to be engaged and chatting along with us. Hey, yeah, Bryce can rap his jokes. He can be like a hip hop artist.
We're still trying to get his ass on our show to do that stand up he promised us a year ago.
God, how mad are you going to be?
Year and a half by now.
Oh,
how mad are you
guys
going to
on
be?
here a year.
you guys will be fine. Hey, listen.
How mad are you going to be
wait,
if I get
wait.
Bryce on the show
Yeah,
on a
fuck
Saturday night?
Yeah,
and I give him 10
Gentlemen.
minutes.
Gentlemen, listen. It's been real. It's been fun. It ain't been real fun. No, I'm just fucking with you. I love you guys. Thank you all for everything that you have done. And thank you all for losing to me on tonight's picks. I hope that you guys tune in after WrestleMania when we crown the champ, the real champ.
The 30 times.
Hey, that's my line. I'm the good real
We
hunting.
need a-
I'm the real champ.
We need to do a recap show. We should do a recap show. Like once it's all over, I'll get back together and talk about how it played out.
All
I agree.
right. What do you want to do? What do we got? We got a Thursday show.
We got
Maybe
Thursday.
Nonsensical Nonsense can host that one.
Yeah, you know what? The
On
Wednesday after
Wednesday after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Who's in? Raise your hand.
I'm in.
Brett?
I'll give.
Brett?
Let me
come on.
double check. Let me double
Okay.
check. You could
I'll
acknowledge that I'll be there next week.
I'll give.
Whoa! Nonsensical Nonsense. We'll host.
I'll give the guys the night off because they're not wrestling fans, and you guys we'll come back together and we'll do a WrestleMania recap.
That'd be fantastic, dude. I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. All right, Wednesday after WrestleMania. Wednesday after WrestleMania. That is what day?
Wednesday.
The 10th. April 10th.
We know it's a Wednesday.
Well, you asked what
Hold
day
up,
it
hold
was.
up,
You
wait,
didn't ask the
wait.
date.
Okay. So our show is 3 hours.
Oh, it's a Wednesday.
I can't give the guys the night off because that Wednesday is technically our 3-year anniversary.
That's your anniversary.
However, we're celebrating our anniversary the Saturday night after. But I want the guys to be there for a little bit, so maybe we'll do the recap, and then I'll tell the guys if you want to bug out after we do the whole anniversary stuff. You know, it's just to like say happy anniversary.
What time are we on?
7 p.m.
7.
7:30.
7:30.
Can we split the difference? 7. Everybody go at 7:30.
7:30 is fine with me.
Okay.
So Wednesday the
I gotta
10th.
get home. I gotta get home. That's the problem.
Okay. No, we'll do 7:30. We'll do Wednesday the 10th, 7:30, a WrestleMania recap.
Brett's in. Bryce is in.
Yes.
Brian's in. Mark is in. Are you ready?
I said the guys who didn't like wrestling, Jarvis, you're allowed to be there. You're part of the goddamn show. If you don't want to be there, Jeff and Connor don't like wrestling. So if they want to leave, they can leave. God damn. To the left, Jarvis.
All right, guys. Thank you all so very much. We do appreciate you. We're going to cut you guys loose and let you go do your thing. I think Glick's got to go pee. He's been very restless over there,
He
swaying
said
back
he's
and
gonna
forth.
go, he's got to go. He said he's got to go play Call of Duty.
You got
I'll
I'll be Twitch streaming tonight. If any of you guys are any of you old heads are still up around 11:30, 12, you can come to Twitch and watch me tonight.
I'm restless because what you guys don't understand is I made different arrangements for your show tonight, specifically for you guys. So you guys can't say I don't love you, two sons of bitches. I'm in my living room.
Hold on, wait a minute. We already know that you like us because you already told us that you want us to become part of your network when you
I
started.
do want you guys to be a part of my network.
So,
but I am literally sitting on my living room floor doing this show. So both of my feet are asleep. My legs are asleep.
Yeah, see, I couldn't do that. As soon as I sat on the floor, my body would just go.
I now know what it feels like to be Christopher Reeves.
Right.
You know what I
damn.
should have
What,
did?
too soon? Too soon?
That would have been right.
What's that, Bryce?
We got close to that. Damn.
I want to change my name from Bryce Lesnar to Jericho's non-disclosure.
Oh.
That's what I should have came in here as, Jericho's non-disclosure.
Nice.
Oh my god.
All right, boys.
All right.
I'm going to drop you off the screen one by one. Glick, you're first. Thank you
Love
so
you guys.
much,
Thank you.
Chris. We love you. Brett, thank you so much for showing up and being a part of this show.
Anytime you would like us on your show, just give us a holler.
And trust me, I'm always waiting for the right opportunity. When that right opportunity comes, I will love to have you guys on. And anytime you need me, always message me.
Okay.
We'll hit you up. Thank you so much, Brett. Buddy?
Yeah, man.
I think you just got to take over the show. It's your show.
Hey, listen, I got an idea. So, you remember how I said I was going to start doing podcasts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it.
I got a few people coming up. However, I would be honored, and it would not be right if I didn't do this anyway. I would love for you two to be my first guest.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I will not have a show until you guys are my first. We'll talk about details and stuff later once we figure out like dates and get all that set up. But
I was thinking something just a little different. Can I show you?
Yes, please.
There it is. There it is. It's Brian.
No. Anytime
we'd like to welcome you to Talking Shit.
Anytime that you want to, come help be one of the co-hosts, you can. We have no
I tell
problem.
you,
have an open door.
If there's ever a week one of y'all are sick or one of y'all can't make it, let me know. I'll fill in. I'll even shave my head. I'll come in looking like Brian. And
yeah,
I won't do that.
Let's see how
me bullshit. See, that looks good too. That looks good. See, now I gotta see facial hair. That's where me and him come together.
Yeah, see, it's taken me like 40 something years to grow this. So
Dude,
any which way.
I could all throughout high school, all I could grow was this mustache.
20
and I look like
years.
such a pervert. Yes, I look like such a pervert. It wasn't until I was 21, 22 when all this other stuff finally started to come in.
All
right. You're going to the green room. Thanks, Bryce.
Thank you, guys. It was amazing. See y'all.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So Mark, what do you think about the show tonight?
Oh, I hope we win. I want to see that sticker over that so much.
I have to win. I have to beat Chris. I'm sorry. I have to beat Glick. Once I beat Glick,
I think you did pretty good. A lot of us had the same answer.
Yep.
Just a few of the extras. But I mean, oh, fuck you.
Oh man. So there we go, guys. We have the picks in for WrestleMania 40. If you are willing to come in and watch us next Wednesday, we will be on a little show called Nonsensical Nonsense. And you can find their link on our Facebook page. It is anywhere you find your podcast, Nonsensical Nonsense. It's huge. It's a long word. I'll post it up real quick. It's this guy talking shit about us. It's this guy right here. I got your little show. Ha ha ha. If you can spell out that whole thing right there, you're good to go. Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast. We'll be live.
They got a great show.
Absolutely. They got a good show. Their host Jeff is absolutely fantastic, bro.
Even Jeff, the pyramid
team running some bitch.
And then we'll be back here next Thursday with our guest
Richard Walters, who was the original killer in the movie from 2009, right? By Bloody Valentine.
You are aware that's not the original.
2003,
2009 is the one with Jensen Ackles.
And
the real one was 80s or something like that. I watched it in the 80s, but that's
all right. From us here at Talking Shit, my name is Brian.
I'm Mark, and
I gotta pee.
Yeah, fuck you.
Bitch, I'm in the